Jerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the lead. Soul Dragon Cougar's no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to go.
The Cam and Strick Podcast is brought to you by Stifel, one of America's fastest growing wealth management and investment banking firms. Rooted in St. Louis, where success meets success. Welcome into the Cam and Strick Podcast, episode number 382, presented by Stifel, baby. You're making a mess. You're making a mess.
What up? USA, baby, let's go.
Whew, I am hot.
Son of a bitch.
I am hot today, boy.
72 degrees outside.
No, it's not.
It's
It
going to
was
be 70 degrees today.
45 when I left the house.
It's going to be 70 degrees.
Really?
Yep.
Are you barbecuing?
Not today because we have a long day today.
Oh. But you can still barbecue when you get home.
Nah, today I'll chill. I barbecued over the weekend.
I have re-upped my deal with Traeger. I am once again an ambassador for this summer.
That's
so
cool.
I'll be having a lot of barbecue content coming your way later on this summer.
No,
and
people
spring.
care about that.
Mhm.
You know, people care about that. Yeah, I did barbecue a little bit, but we went down to Mardi Gras. That was kind of cool for the Blues alumni experience. The tent was jam-packed. Rain the whole time.
It looked terrible. I got invited to go
Horrible.
down, actually,
Yeah, it's just...
and I just was not into it. Well, here's the thing.
No.
Because I couldn't go till like 11 or 11:30. Is it too late to go at that?
To get in, and I don't know. It's a pain in the ass. I don't know why people go
My
down
buddy
there.
wanted to go down at like 8 o'clock. My dude, my kids got hockey
Do
practice.
the way we had to get to this tent
Mhm.
was like off the beaten path down in St. Louis, which I haven't been down to these parts in a while. In front of fucking the arts.
Tell me something interesting that happened down there.
It looked pretty good.
I went to Venice Cafe a couple weeks ago, actually downtown, in Soulard. It's nice down
Soular's
there.
awesome.
I love it.
Soular's cool, man.
So all y'all who live in the
good-looking
city,
girls down
man,
there.
just keep doing your thing and supporting downtown.
Fuck,
St.
was
Louis.
it goddamn cold and wet and rainy, but saw Chaser. That was cool. Went up on stage with some of the guys, and I don't know how Chaser's doing it. He's got that Lambo. He's still trying to, I guess, auction off. With all of our
this
faces
has been
on
getting
it.
auctioned off for a while now. So
he's still driving it.
When are they going to? But he's not driving it.
No,
you said.
but him
So-
getting out of it, I don't know how he does it, Andy. Like, he didn't look great. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I give a little Chaser update. You know, we always talk about, we're always thinking about him. But he's going to these events. It's fucking pouring outside. It's horrible. Can't, his eyes are fucked up still. And he still comes in and stays there for hours, goes on stage, tells stories for 45 minutes with all of us.
But
I don't
dude,
know
it's
how the
probably
fuck
a great
he does
relief
it.
for him
It's
to
gotta
do
be.
that. Think about all the shit he deals with every single day. So
I don't
to
know
be
if
able to be around
it's tough.
people and get out of that environment for a day is probably
Yeah, but
nice.
I would say it the opposite. I would say you wouldn't want to be around fucking 600 swinging dicks coming at you talking. I don't know. I don't know how he does it, man.
Mhm.
But he's still
But that's
grinding
why
it,
I
man.
think
He's a warrior, dude.
cancer will get you if you mentally allow it to.
It'll get you. Yeah, if you
And-
let it take control of
right.
you and you don't want to.
He hasn't done that, man, and he's beaten it so far because of that.
I will say this. There's a lot more people with cancer than you think. You know what I mean?
I've known
Whoa,
a few of the
yes.
people, and
You know.
and Chaser even talked about them when they were on with us. So,
Yeah.
man, we're
so
thinking about all y'all.
we love you
who's-
guys, man. We love
anybody
everybody.
who's going through it.
Andy and I see
I'm
these
supposed
guys
to have
every
a
day.
colonoscopy
I'll get one too.
at 45.
I'll get one too. Am I looking forward to that? No, but I'll do it. I'll gosh dang. do
So
it.
I'll let you know how that goes.
It's weird, man. It's weird how
What
you
happens
go through.
in it? Like, what do they do exactly? Can you break it down for me?
I think they put it up your booty.
No, you got to drink this
Okay.
stuff.
Oh, you drink it and it kind of just flushes stuff out.
Yeah,
And
flushes
then they
it
have a
out.
camera up there. I don't know.
Mm.
But I will say this though, like, I went to my dad's house the other day, hook him up with some good food
Mhm.
from Joya's in Valley Park.
Joya's.
Joya's.
Uh-huh.
Is it Joya's?
Joya's, I think.
Joya's.
think-
Joya.
I think it's Joya's.
My dad looks fucking good, man.
Does he?
He's walking. Oh, he looks good.
Uh-huh.
His hair is growing. He's got better hair than I do, and I don't like it.
Why? What was wrong with his hair?
Andy, his hair has gotten thicker. It's gotten thicker.
Cool.
And then I'm looking at my head. I'm like, fuck. Good for him.
Yeah.
He looks healthy. I
Okay.
don't know.
Good. I'm glad to hear about that.
73
you would chirp me if I
73
brought
years
that up.
old. He's got better hair than me.
Oh
Son of
my
a
God.
bitch. God damn it.
thought it was
Me and my brother got fucked in that
thought it was
department.
hereditary.
Son of a bitch. God.
Have another chew. Have another chew. You been watching the Olympics?
No, not at all, Andy. Just got done talking to fucking what are you talking about?
Not just the hockey.
Yeah, nah. I don't. The other stuff.
Once the hockey started, I haven't paid attention to anything else.
Anything else.
I have decided,
into anything
even though I
else.
love the Winter Olympics because of the hockey, the Summer Olympics are so much cooler than the Winter Olympics, I think. Although I love the skiing and the downhill skiing and the figure skating and the pairs figure skating and the team figure skating and the individual figure. There's like more figure skating categories. I can't keep up with all of them, all the skiing categories. But I do think, like, I like the track and field and the gymnastics and some of that and swimming.
Summer's boring to me. Winter's kind of boring.
You
to
don't
me.
like the swimming?
The only
and all
thing
that?
I care about is hockey, to be completely honest.
I know.
with you.
Once the
and
hockey
the U.S.
starts, I don't pay
winning
attention
the
to
most
anything.
medals, if that's possible. We certainly kick everybody's ass in the Summer Olympics. The Winter Olympics, there's
Different story.
a little different story, but we're there.
Are we?
Hell yeah, we're right
Where
there.
are we ranked right now?
Probably third in all the medals combined.
Who's number one?
Norway, I think.
How's China doing?
China, not great because there's not much. Their climate's pretty mild.
Do you know what South Korea is a factory of?
What?
South Korea is a factory of this sport. They produce a lot of athletes in this sport.
Is it a winter sport?
Well, yeah.
Figure skating?
No. I mean, South Korea. I mean, if I had a
it's
kid in
cold.
this sport, I would send them to South Korea to train just based on what they're doing and what they're...
That's a good question. Don't know, what is it?
Speed skating.
Oh yeah, okay.
I mean, they're just flying around.
wrecking all. It's like fucking
I don't even
NASCAR.
know if they're wrecking. Could you skate in those speed skates?
Nah.
I'd like to give it a try.
Yeah, you'd be good. You're already fast.
I know.
You'd be really
So
fast.
maybe like it would really elevate my speed even more.
Oh my god. you would fall and crumble into the boards.
Can we start things off with something, because Cam was accusing Michael Jordan of doing something very ugly,
Oh yeah, I just saw it at the
and
beginning. Yeah.
I had to research it and discovered that it's not about that.
No,
at
I
all.
researched it actually before we went on, and well, it's still kind of goofy because this kid. Okay, there's a picture of Michael Jordan after winning the Daytona. His team, he's really excited.
So
about
his
it.
team won.
Yeah.
Who's
after
his
a huge
driver?
wreck, fucking dude. I like NASCAR. It's kind of cool.
Really?
Huge wreck. Last lap. They're like, yeah, ba 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 ba, and then somebody cuts in front. They won because of a monster wreck.
Mm.
And so his team won. He's pumped up. The Daytona 500 is gigantic,
Yeah.
Andy. It's one of the biggest.
No, it's one of the. It's what do they
gigantic.
call it? They call it something.
But it's like the
it's not
beginning
the
of the year.
granddaddy of them all. It's something.
I think
It has a name to
I think
it.
it is the big dog, and it's at the beginning
It's
of the
kind of
season.
like waste management.
But anyway,
Do you know that was going on too?
yeah,
Which you didn't talk about.
I don't like that.
What is it? The world's biggest
Swinging dick fest.
sausage fest.
It is. It's a bunch of fucking swinging dicks, fucking drunk.
Let's go.
So anyway, after they won, Michael's celebrating, and there's this kid, probably one of the driver's kids,
Mhm.
and he's in front of him, and Michael looks like he's kind of touching his butt,
Squeezing it.
squeezing it and stuff like that. So it looks odd. It looks odd. All the weird stuff going on with the pedophile rings and all that shit, fucking crazy
People
shit.
are on alert.
And like, not that he's involved because he's not in anything,
Mhm.
but it did look weird, and a lot of people picked up on it, and they started bashing Jordan. I'm like, son of a bitch,
Oh,
and I'm like,
man.
fuck, man.
What a helpless
I hate
feeling.
this. But then apparently the kid had ice in his pocket, and he was kind of hitting it to crush
Ice
the
cubes.
ice cubes.
Because ice can be confusing right now too.
Oh yeah, for a kid, like what, meth?
Well, there's kids that are scared of ice right now that are driving around with their passports. I told you that.
Are they American?
Yeah.
Then they shouldn't be scared.
But they don't look like
Well, are they American?
you and me.
Are they American? Are they American? They'll be fine. Are they undocumented? Then you probably have a problem. But anyway, so I think that it's just weird.
Yeah.
And I asked Andy, like, Andy always, because he catered, like, Andy's like, women love people, and Andy loves people too. So when I asked Andy if he saw somebody do this at Ty, he's like, well, Michael Jordan can. But if it was somebody else, I'd get him. I'd get him. Wayne Gretzky can, but anybody else, I'd get him. Because he caters to people, and, like women do. So I asked Andy, and he said that's completely acceptable as long as it's a guy in that status.
Category.
Yeah.
Like Michael Jordan.
What if they did it to Chloe?
Oh my God, dude. That is such an invasive question. That's crossing the line, I think. I just think that's
Well,
cro-
yeah.
I think you
Good, put your foot down.
Now,
What if Jordan did that to Chloe?
my God.
You'd be fucking losing your mind. What do you mean?
MJ, you want to go?
Keep doing it, MJ.
But
You're going to get got.
But the kid had ice in his pants.
Yeah, and I think they know each other.
So they're joking. So he's squeezing the ice cubes to like get him to fall down his leg or something.
I think MJ was crushing whiskey. He was excited. He was crying out of emotion. He's a very competitive guy, if not the most competitive.
Was he crying?
Yeah.
Damn.
He was holding that fucking trophy like he won
Dude, this
NBA
guy is
championship.
so competitive, whether it's playing cards, whether it's in the casino.
Flipping a coin with
whatever.
a security guard.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
I know.
Those guys are awesome.
Any update on Nancy?
Oh, Jesus, gosh dang, Murphy.
This is the worst investigation I've ever seen in my entire career.
Pisses me
because
off.
I would have found her by now, dude. I'm telling you.
A wealthy neighborhood. You can't figure out who the fuck came in and out of that multi-million-dollar house neighborhood. Are you out of your mind?
Here's my question. If you can't find her with all the resources that the government has provided and giving and as much attention is on this specific person who's missing, then how are we supposed to find anybody?
Exactly right. Although they do find a lot of people.
How? They can't find her with this much attention?
Because
everyone in the world knows she's missing.
Because there's something more to it. Maybe, or it's like...
Okay, explain that.
Well, maybe it was part of a
master plan
cartel where they fucking scooped her up
and took her.
Fucking now she's fucking 300 miles in Guadalajara.
Yeah, she's in Mexico.
Fucking Mexico.
TMZ,
something like that.
TMZ is reporting that she's in in the United States.
She's fucking gone, and her body is buried 30 feet deep in a desert somewhere, and you might not get to it for a while.
Oh, she's alive?
No, Maddie, get in here.
Hey,
no,
this is not
she's buried 30 feet deep.
This is not a laughing matter.
She's buried 30 feet deep. She's alive.
Did you see the video of Nancy of Savannah?
Savannah.
She just looks like.
Oh God.
Now, I got to ask you a couple of things here. They keep arresting people, scaring the hell out of them, bringing them out of their house.
They're not arresting them.
SWAT teams.
They were people.
They are handcuffing them and bringing them in middle of the night. Surrounding their house with SWAT team and like bringing them out of that. You know how scary that is, and they had nothing to do with it.
It happened twice. You have to get cleared. Happens in every big murder case.
Not like that.
Bullshit. They fucking do that to everybody, dude.
SWAT teams.
Fucking, you have a fucking tip on something, you're kicking the door down. There's a woman that could be alive. You have to fucking be aggressive.
I understand. But why are they striking
You wouldn't
out?
want that if Lori... You wouldn't want that if Lori got
Why are they
kidnapped?
swinging and missing this badly?
God, that's what's scary.
That's what I mean,
The one
dude.
kid like, interviewing was like, I was with my wife. And they're like, okay, you're okay. He's not in jail anymore. But they had to question this guy. I remember the guy's like, get the mic out of my face. Like, what? What are we doing?
I know.
Yeah, he looked great.
So his mother-in-law, there was like a kid playing video games, Nintendo, she said. Like a kid. And they stormed in the house and put the kid in handcuffs and had him. I was like, they didn't do it. They don't have Nancy.
Yeah, it's weird. It makes me mad. You know what I mean? Is there no... So I think there's just more to it. And I think that maybe there's even more to it.
Mm-hmm. I used to want to be a detective in like an FBI.
It's a long day. That's a lot of writing. And
when I was covering the Mike Danton case and talking to FBI agents and detectives...
Recycling
and going to prison or to the courthouse every single day. I was like, God, this would be really interesting, but not every case is that interesting.
No. In a lot of cases that you have to do, you go nowhere, and they're long days, and there's long days of drawing out stuff, and I don't know. It's not like the movies. You're sitting around a lot. Right. I tell you what I have been doing, watching these fucking games, and they've been goddamn exciting. U.S. looks fucking great. Canada looks great. Everybody else, I'm like,
You leave my Austin Matthews. You leave him alone.
Austin looks good.
And so does Jack. They're my two favorite players.
Those two might come up big now. I thought something negative was happening. I'm changing my vibe.
You thought something negative was happening.
I thought something negative might happen
like
either to
prior
Canada
to the Olympics.
Yeah,
you were saying
just
that.
like maybe Germany beat in a game. And everybody looks like shit, and their goalie was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, I thought something like that was going to happen in prelim. I was wrong. I'm looking at the vibe of the team now.
Yeah, but I don't know about the preliminary. I think it's more like, I think you're still right. If one of these teams loses in the quarterfinal, then you're 100% right.
No doubt. I don't see that happening.
Sweden could do something. You just don't know.
You don't know, man.
Like, they have all NHL players.
Finland
they have NHL goalies. If their goalie
stands on his head.
outperforms Hellebuck,
Stands on
and
his
they
head.
get some power plays and get some power play goals, and all of a sudden, if it becomes like a 3-2 game, and they're the first to get to 3, dude, you just never know.
Or they get up 2-0, just like that, and all of a sudden
USA unravels.
They're all over them, but they cannot score.
Can't score.
Can't score. Clock's ticking down.
Yeah.
Clock's ticking. I can't. I have to say it, and we do talk about these two a lot, but just having that top line with Brady and Matthew doesn't look quick, but he's making plays, and Jack Eichel, and the energy they bring, the way Brady's mic'd up, like, let's go, let's go. He's running into,
such a leader,
he's in front of the net, he's punching into him, he's doing this, he's not taking penalties, he's not doing this. It's easy to jump. If you're Jack Hughes, you're Austin Matthews, it's easy to jump.
That's
on
what I'm
that.
saying.
I mean, come on.
I said this to Craig Button, who we're going to have on
He's
today.
fantastic.
Great conversation
Great.
about how Austin's never played with this many alphas around him, right? Maybe in the Four Nations.
Males.
But in the Four Nations, he had no goals. You look at his last handful of playoff games, he has not produced at a very high level. He just looks like he's settled in,
He's
and
free.
this is the most comfortable he's looked in a long, long time. Completely freed up, dude. He's got all these alpha males around him that are like insulating him, and he can just go out and play.
Go play, kid.
Playing with sick players, making plays, cross-eyed sauce passes, like
No look passes in the middle.
And he's playing around the blue paint and he's scoring goals, man. That was a statement game for him the other day against Germany. It really was. And this is a statement tournament for him. He's got to step up. He's got to deliver. He's got to have a big tournament. And so far, he's done that. And Jack Hughes has as well. Hughes was underwhelming for me in the Four Nations, too. And this guy's been beat up. He's had a ton of injuries.
Yep.
Weird injuries.
Things, yep.
But the way this guy's just flowing and skating around, and the way he's moving the puck, I think having his brother on the team and having him be there, it's probably giving him a little extra confidence. They're rooming together. All these guys, a lot of them, they're so close. This is the benefit of having the National Team Development Program, where all these guys live together. A lot of them for a couple of years. They've all known each other since they were young. They've come up in the system together. They've stayed close friends. So I know it's cliche and sometimes it's dumb to say, hey, they're playing for one another, but they are like a team. This is like a team where I think in past Olympics and when we were growing up watching NHL players play in the Olympics, they weren't necessarily a team. They all knew each other and whatever, but they didn't go back quite as far as these guys do. And where they came up together in the U17s and U18s and under 20s and all of that. And these guys just look like they're playing as a team. And it's good to see. And Connor Hellebuck, I've been a little bit hard on you.
Oh, yeah,
as
and rightfully
well.
so.
But you know
He
what?
looked good.
You just look calm.
He did.
And the way you're playing, it's easy for me
Effortless,
to
kinda.
understand why you've had so much success in the NHL.
He looked good. And this is where everything ramps up. Okay. This is where it ramps
This is
up.
now exactly.
Let's look at the teams that are
They've
okay.
played some shit-ass teams
and
so
you
far.
look bad at times, too. And
But-
you need to clean. You're fucking
But
running into
Germany's
each other.
got some star power.
But there's a couple times in some of those games where you're like, turn it on. Get
oh,
going.
my God.
Get going.
Swayman.
Get going. That's unacceptable.
Oh, my God. I'm sorry.
I know.
The third
you don't
goal,
have to
too.
say you're sorry. No, that's unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
Get going. From the
The-
blue line? What are we doing here?
I know,
This is-
because the wall was
No,
black.
I don't give a fuck. No. You got to stop
He
that.
lost the puck from the blue line.
You have to stop that. This is big dog territory here. You can't let those in.
Why didn't they shoot more from that area the rest of the game?
I don't know.
They
if
should have
had
just
a
had set plays shooting from the blue, from
got a
in
little-
between the goal
got a
line
little too
or the
scary.
red line and the
Tighten
blue
it up.
line.
Tighten it up. Because you know Sweden's going to come out and they're probably going to win. And they're going to play the U.S.
Hey,
and this is going to be the biggest test so far by a mile. So you better get your shit
I
going.
didn't love the second goal Bennington gave up yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
I threw the arm.
Yeah, no, I know.
Those
Right
are the
through arm.
type of goals when you get into the playoff round when you're playing against teams that have the ability to hang around. You're not playing France. It's stupid. That's what I don't like about the World Juniors sometimes is when you see Canada this is when it's okay, do you really need to spend this much time deciding who's going to come, who's not going to come? So many people involved with picking the roster and on these management teams and whatever when you're going there to play France. I mean, and they should be dominating everybody. But now, obviously, it's going to be a little bit different in the playoff games.
But I do think of everybody in this tournament that needs to win is the Austin Matthews. We talked with Craig
You
about
think
that.
so?
Yeah, for sure.
You think he's the number one?
Yeah, he has improved himself on the big stage by any stretch of the imagination. Connor McDavid's been there a couple. He won 4 nations. There's things, but Austin hasn't.
Right.
And this would
Crosby's won
be
everything.
everything.
Bennington's won.
And Jack Hughes, too. We bring him up again. He had a weird year. The Devils are in somewhat disarray.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He had that stupid fucking incident.
Brady.
Yeah, but Brady's in a different.
No, he is. But you brought him up
I
before.
did.
And so I'm bringing him up now.
I think Jack's above Brady right now on who needs to win something.
Yeah. But Brady, obviously, he got his team to the playoffs for the first time last year.
Sure, he's working.
He came into Ottawa.
Jack kind of
where they
this
just
is where his
completely had to rebuild the organization.
But Brady's on that list.
He's been the face of it. Jack has been on a team coming into regular seasons where they've had some expectations. They keep trading for guys and signing guys. He's got a lot of talent around him.
He looked pretty damn
in
good.
Jersey. But I love the way he's playing right now and the way he's skating. He looks like a younger Patrick
And
Kane,
he was
honestly.
on the fourth line, and we even talked about that.
Yeah.
Like, can he make up for not playing as much?
But
And
not,
he did. He had the puck the whole time. And
he
then
needs
they
to
forced
play
him.
more, I think.
I agree. You know who else? Quinn Hughes.
Oh,
Good to have him have a gold medal under his belt.
It would be. All those guys.
All of them, man. I love this team, by the way. Team USA is so fucking
I
badass.
thought
they are so
I was
fun to
wrong.
watch.
I tweeted before the game. I thought Clayton Keller was going to come in, much like Jack Hughes. They play the same. I'm like, he's going to have all this time and space. This is like his perfect style
Never
of game.
that way.
But it's hard to get into your rhythm too when you only play like 9 minutes a game too. You know what I mean? Like you get a couple shifts where you don't really touch the puck. Like
You're not
that's
used
like
to that.
it's like almost half your ice time for the game right there.
I do like this team though. God, it's so. And these 2:00 games in the afternoon.
Oh, it's perfect.
So fucking,
I love it.
I actually remember the game.
Yeah.
You know, this is so fun. I wish it would go on longer.
I got to give a shout out to Peacock because every game's available.
Yeah, it's great.
On the app.
Yeah.
So, like the 9 a.m. game yesterday for Canada, I couldn't watch, but I watched the whole game last night. Like my wife's been out of town, and I watched 2 or 3 games and just fast forward through them, dude.
It's awesome.
And it's unbelievable. Now, I did get this like English British guy.
I like him.
Calling the game. I'm like,
you're not used to it.
He's not.
You're not
and
used
for
to
not
it.
being. I'm not used to it at all, and he's not used to it.
No, but he
Does he
is.
do a lot of world feed games?
Probably. Yeah, I'm used to it because I played over there and I got used to how they. It's a lot of soccer.
Yes.
You notice it.
He uses a lot of soccer
terminology, but those guys are great, man. I thought he was getting chirped a little bit.
Yeah, but he wasn't stumbling.
No,
he doesn't mention names because I don't think he knows the names all the time. So like,
you'll get used to it.
If you're not sure who shot the puck, he's not naming the names.
Yeah.
But I found it interesting. Like they have other TNT people over there, and I'm surprised those
maybe they are now.
Broadcasters aren't available.
They probably are now.
To do the Canada games. But then somebody else was saying to me, no, if you would have watched it on TV, the Canada game, Kenny Alberts and Edzo were actually calling that Canada game. But then on Peacock
and Brian
Boucher,
who does not get a word in.
He's not getting a whole lot of words in right now. We love you. I want to hear more from Bush.
Yeah,
he's trying.
They've been stepping on each other.
Yeah, he's trying.
Andy and I know because we know radio shows like where you kind of just everybody's we talk about alpha, like everybody's talking. And you're like, no,
they're like telling stories the whole day.
Yeah, like no, it's my time.
Bush is like, I'm down here.
I'm here watching close.
I'm like,
I see everything,
ready to break the game down.
And as you know, when you're down there compared to way up top, yes, you see plays develop more, but you're not in on that action. If you're right there, you hear and see and smell and feel
a lot of
everything.
Storytelling.
A little too much.
Did you hear what
we love all of them?
Hey, you know who I love is Osh. Okay,
he's fantastic, by the way.
He's so good.
Doing so.
Did you hear what he said though? And listen,
he's doing damn. Osh, we love you, homie.
He doesn't even know he's saying it. He didn't even know what he was saying.
What he do? And don't get him. Don't get him.
Well, I'm surprised it hasn't gotten more attention.
Oh, we'll say it if we. What is it?
He said, if Canada gets to the final, it's going to be a tough decision for me with my younger brother, Tom Wilson, playing for Canada.
Yeah, I saw
that. I'm like, dude, you are USA. No matter who's playing for Canada. And I know exactly what he's saying.
Yeah, but your USA comes through more than your friendship with a guy on the NHL.
So I knew what he was saying. And I think if you were to follow that up.
Is he getting hit for that? Because he's American through and through.
He is.
100. He's not a.
And so I don't think he's saying he's not rooting for Team USA.
He fucked up.
And I'm hoping people understand what he's saying. He's got a really tight relationship with Tom Wilson. They're best buddies.
Yeah.
And
I don't care about that.
No, I know, but it's like he didn't even know what he was saying.
He didn't know. He knows, dude. Osh's fucking American
He is.
through and through, and he talks about it all the time, even on Twitter and certain things, and he lets people know. I will say,
I wish
everybody's representing that flag though with Team USA.
Oh yeah,
fucking great. They all are. Every single one of them.
They are. Like what they're saying.
Everything what they're saying. Like, what's up, baby?
And
we
they discuss that as a team and as a.
Yeah, but I think they're all on
they
the
are.
same
But it's like, hey, don't be afraid to say while we're.
If somebody wanted to say something, they would.
Can
but
I
think
ask
they
you
all
this?
think the same way. Like, hell yeah, baby.
Okay, so. We love JT Miller, big fan of the show. He's been on with us. He was going to come on like the day after he got traded from Vancouver, but the Rangers, they don't allow anyone to talk.
And they're getting chirped about a couple things.
They are. What's going on with that organization?
You don't let your player. You guys are not good.
Not good.
You're
sending letters out to the fans. You have more controversy and more like.
How about we talk to some of the players?
Conflict.
Can you let the players talk to people?
Yeah, so I'm not a big fan of that organization right now, but.
Me neither.
Mike Sullivan is an interesting one too. I'm trying to figure.
We've heard some different things about him.
Trying to figure.
We've interviewed a lot of people, and we've talked about him. A lot of people like.
I always
him.
watch players' body language when he's giving the pregame speeches and stuff like that.
I saw it.
So
I know exactly what you're saying.
It's like you see Coop on the other side too, and I just, he's just different in general. But, I will say, with Team USA, I did not get caught up in it at all. We love Billy G, and they picked their roster and everything. And I think Vincent Trocheck, he's been fine. I mean, there's a lot of players that are great in the NHL who aren't at the Olympics who can do his role, right? They all do it for their NHL teams every single night. Trocheck, really good player. JT Miller, I don't know if he's banged up or what, but, he's not quite at the level that we've seen from him throughout the course of his career where he's been a great player, right? What's going on?
No, I don't need these.
I can understand why people would get frustrated that a guy like Jason Robertson didn't make the team or a Cole Caulfield didn't make the team. I'm not as worried about the defenseman Lane Hudson.
I get what you're saying.
You got Quinn and whatever.
Yeah.
But they couldn't have made your team to be like at least your last forward or whatever when you're playing these cupcakes. And I know you got to beat Sweden and you're going to have to beat whoever else, Finland or whoever else, to get to Canada. So you've got some big games. But if you feel like Vincent Trocheck is the guy that's going to be the difference in winning or losing those games, I just can't be on the same page with that. And I think when you're dominating as an American-born player in the National Hockey League and you are consistently putting up incredible numbers and you're on one of the best teams in the league and you're driving the bus for that team, I think that's a little bit of a miss not to put him on the team, Jason Robertson specifically.
Yeah, no, he's having a great year, and that is a question, and people are talking about.
And it doesn't matter because they can win goal without him.
But
who's more deserving to be there?
Let's evaluate this in a week.
Okay.
When we see what Vinny Trocheck does on that penalty kill with 3 minutes to go.
No, he's been great.
When they're up by one.
He's done his job.
We'll just see. As of right now, that question's still there.
He's done his job.
But he might show up big. He might have that block shot where he gets in the lane. Maybe Robertson wouldn't be able to do it. Like, we don't know yet. Mm-hmm. But that is a question people are talking about. I get it. And if I'm Jason Robertson, I'm like, what the fuck?
Or Cole Caulfield.
I'm like, Jesus. I'm winning games left and right.
These guys have like 30 goals right now.
Yeah, and a lot of them in overtime too, where he's taking over and he's like,
and
he's stepping up.
And in the gold medal game, it's a 3-on-3 overtime.
It's going to be ridiculous.
And that's where you're going to want Cole Caulfield.
I don't know if I like that.
No, I don't like it.
I don't know if I like that.
I want 5-on-5.
I want you to go for 3 hours.
Me too. I don't want it to end.
I don't want it to ever end. I know.
I want to cover the.
I love it.
I want the double IHF to be a league.
We need to be there.
No, this should be a league. 82-game schedule.
Oh my God.
Just have Team USA be a team in the league.
I love watching this tournament.
Kind of like
I am
in the
obsessed with
USHL, how you have the National Team Development Program.
Yeah,
the NHL should just have USA as one of the teams and Canada.
I love that. You know who's got the best unis besides US and Canada?
Germany.
Oh,
how nice are those?
They are badass looking.
I like Sweden. I like Finland's too. France has the worst.
No, they don't.
Well, you're gonna say Latvia?
Yes. The maroon.
It's all right.
It looks like a
mid-states high school team.
Yes. I'm evaluating everything. This would have been a cool Winter Olympics to go be a part of.
Yeah.
They say they're running out of condoms. All these beautiful,
Oh, really?
these beautiful women.
Do you see the speed skaters when they take their hat off and their
so hot.
blonde hair just
They
flies
are
out of it?
so
Like,
good looking.
what is going on
They
here?
are so damn good looking.
So they're running out of condoms? Is that a
They're
thing that
smashing each other.
really you can report that?
Yes.
And who's involved in this?
What do you mean? The athletes, Andy.
Okay, so
Not the reporters.
So I was talking with a couple.
And he's like, all those reporters are no. The athletes are banging the athletes.
What do you think of Canada not staying in the Olympic Village?
Fucking, why would you? Get the fuck away from that mess.
Exactly.
Are you kidding?
Go stay in the 5-star hotel.
Go stay, and your family could have a suite over there, and you stay in your suite, and you could do your thing, and then come back, go to work, get away from it. You're in the Olympic Village. I wouldn't have my team there.
So I
No
don't.
way.
I don't know because I haven't done a count and I haven't asked since the Olympics started. But going into the Olympics, from what I understood, was that Bennington and Crosby were the only ones that decided not to have their family stay in the room with them, like their wives and stuff like
no,
that.
get away. What do you
Like
mean? Yeah.
Crosby and Bennington were like, no, I need my own. I need to sleep. I need naps.
And
I
that
need to
is
sleep.
100. Dude, you do. Why would you? I want my family there,
Yeah,
but I got work to do. This is work.
Yeah.
This is about them.
Parayko
Get
said
away
that.
from them.
You know,
Get away from
when we
them.
had Eric Stahl on, remember he said in the 22 Olympics, he was the captain of the team.
Yeah.
And they didn't have NHL players, obviously. But he was like, I was there for the hockey. And like everybody else is like just wanting to like go watch all the other events and this. And I'm like, guys,
No.
aren't we here to like win,
This
to
is
try to
like
win?
Work
And
to do.
I feel like a lot of these NHL guys, like, yeah, they'll take in a women's hockey game, maybe go to a
and rightfully
but
so.
like even Parayko was like, I'm here for the hockey and whatever.
I got one goal. I need to win.
Yeah,
I don't want to go home with my tail between my legs.
no.
If Canada doesn't win this tournament, they're going to go home and get fucking bashed. If the U.S. doesn't win this tournament, it's not going to be quite as bad.
No.
But you're going to get chirped. They're
Well,
better
they'll
than
get
us.
second guessed
You're
about what we're
always.
talking about with
Canada's
who's
still
not
the big
there.
dick. Canada is the big dick. They are. As of right now, they are. USA's getting there, but you
Mhm.
got to start winning big time tournaments, and it starts this year. So if I'm a Canadian player and you think Crosby's fucking around, you think McKinnon's fucking around, you think
No.
are you
They're on the
kidding
ice
me?
every day,
They're
even
like-
when they're not
and
playing.
all the pictures, everybody's always tweeting out something like, looks like the school teacher, like Crosby's just sitting there like, let's go, let's get
Mhm.
through this, let's go eat, let's relax, let's have a little team function, and we have work to do.
All right,
God,
Matthew Chirping Draisaitl.
yeah,
What'd you think of that?
it's fine.
You're always the bridesmaid.
I-
I want to know what he said after that because then it cut off after.
So
he was
what do you
like,
think that means? Like
it
you,
means
like you
you're-
haven't won.
You
always
haven't won.
there.
You're always coming in second.
Second.
You're always second place, even on your own team.
Yeah, you're
You're
there,
the
but
bridesmaid.
you're not.
No,
yeah.
you're the bridesmaid
Yeah.
to McDavid. You know what I'm saying? I took it like
I
that.
look at it
also.
like-
No, he's saying you're the bridesmaid in the Stanley Cup final.
Yeah.
You're the bridesmaid all the time, never the bride.
Yeah,
But also on his own team, you could say he's the bridesmaid.
yeah, but I don't look at that chirp as.
I
relevant.
didn't either, but I'm just
So
saying.
you're worse than the best player in the world, maybe ever
right.
created. You're second
He's
to him.
not worst.
And not to mention, Draisaitl's better than anybody. Like this one too, right now.
Mhm.
Maybe McDavid's there. It's hard to chirp him because he's underneath McDavid. It's easy to chirp when you haven't won anything yet.
I know.
And you certainly didn't win with Germany. You didn't really perform that well, like I thought you were.
No, I thought he was going to be a little more visible. in
Me
the
too.
games.
No, me too. And he didn't do anything, and so that's what hit him. These
And
guys
then
want
they
to
got tangled
win.
up, and Brady's crushing guys,
And like falling into guys, like,
literally
bam.
crushing guys.
Stay out of the. I don't. The officiating, and we talked to Butts about this too, has been good. Don't take advantage of it though. Don't think you can get.
No,
You
I
get
know.
into penalty trouble.
Oh,
There could be one guy.
That's well, especially when you're going up against NHL teams
Sweden.
now.
They could open that ice up.
Their power play.
You got to stay out of the box. How the penalties been for U.S.? I don't feel like they're getting too many penalties.
No, they're not.
Not bad.
Okay, so
You know.
I did tweet it out. We talked to Butts about this too, about the meeting that Bennington and Cooper had together. Let's bring it up because
Yeah.
we've talked about it in the meeting too.
Yeah.
And talking to Bennington, I could tell how relaxed and relieved he was after that meeting. It just made him feel good.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to feel good, Andy.
Isn't that coaching at the end of the
Yes.
day? Making your players
Yes.
comfortable.
It's a boss. It's a coach. It's a dad.
I know you have to be comfortable being uncomfortable. Some coaches say that too. But sometimes you got to make them feel good about themselves and let them relax and give them confidence. And I think that's one thing John Cooper is the best in the world at doing is giving his players confidence, making them feel good about themselves. We've seen so many coaches over the years who are always mad. They're always pissed off, focus on the negative a lot. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. Video. This mistake. We're not doing this. You're sitting. Sometimes it's like, hey, I believe in you. You're my guy. Let's go win a gold medal. And
just a little tap on the back.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just little things. A meeting. Go have a Guinness. Go have this. Go whatever. Something subtle, little goes a long way. And the opposite is true too, where you ignore the guy. You don't say hi to him when you're walking by. Little things like that affect these guys.
Affect you.
We're all way more sensitive than you think.
Oh, my God.
Just so everybody knows. Even the big boys. Now, they're probably a little bit better mentally, but everybody is sensitive. Way more than you think.
Doesn't every player at the end of the day want to know where they stand?
Sure. Of course.
What am I doing
What am I doing?
right?
What
am I doing wrong?
What am I doing? Why didn't I sit the third period because I did that?
Mm-hmm.
Why is this?
But I loved how John Cooper wouldn't call Connor McDavid the best player in the world. He said he's one of the best because I'm telling you, I know what he's thinking.
But that's also
he's
like
got one back home in Kucherov, dude, where he's like he can't say he's better than Kuch.
Kuch, calm down. We know you're good,
he's
but he is
good.
the best player in the world.
Kuch said that it's not best on best.
It's not. Now Russia hasn't won in a while. They haven't, but they're more. They would be more.
This tournament's missing one more competitive
They're missing
team.
another monster, dude. We all know that.
And that's where, it's been great because we haven't seen it in so long, and there's been so much hype.
We're missing a monster.
And it's so much fun to watch these games.
It is
and it's
fun.
we get a break from the NHL regular season. It's awesome, dude.
God,
Everything is fantastic.
It is. But
we're missing one more competitive team.
I want to see Ovi rock somebody. I want to see
another
Coochie do his thing.
I want to see USA or Canada have to go through Russia, and Russia have to go through USA and Canada.
I want a controversy.
So the fact that we don't have that
Hey, how about Canada?
is disappointing. There should always be an asterisk, I think, because we don't have them there.
I agree. But
it's turning
there's
into
nothing you can do.
It's turning into a four nations.
But I'm not
with just a couple of cupcakes.
We'll see what
added. But we'll find out.
Don't speak too soon.
I'm not. But Sweden or Finland could have beat USA or Canada in the Four Nations too.
They could have. But I am still locked in. I am so locked in on especially Canada and US, just watching those guys. It's unbelievable. It really, really is. I'm pumped up.
Who's impressed you more?
US. Oh.
Canada's been
Canada
good,
probably.
Dude.
I mean, yeah, they've had a couple. They just when you got those lines, just you have McDavid. Yeah, I like Celebrini. It's like, I'll take that fucking
penalty shot. He just scores.
I'll take that penalty shot.
I know.
He comes in, is like, bam, real quick. He's so fun to watch.
Fun to watch, man.
Now, we did talk to Button about some of these draft picks and what he thought of them. I mean, he's dialed into all this stuff. It's not going to be a Celebrini, according to him.
No, but I do wonder. Okay, yeah, he may not be Celebrini. I mean, Celebrini is a rarity, just like McDavid and Crosby and McKinnon.
So you're putting him there, as of what you're looking at right now.
But but is he a Bedard?
Okay,
you know what I'm saying. And so my thing is because Bedard's not Celebrini right now.
No, not right now.
And he's not McKinnon, and he's not McDavid, and he's not Crosby, right? So my thing is, and this is where I think people need to really start evaluating it based on this, is that NCAA hockey never got the credit that it deserved. The Blues have a prospect who they drafted a couple years ago. This guy, Thomas Mercick, was putting up a ton of points in the WHL. And now he's playing college this year, and he's hardly got any points.
24-year-olds, it's a big gap.
He's hardly got any points. Gavin McKenna is point per game guy. Playing NCAA hockey is a guy who just turned 18. If he was playing in the Western League right now, he'd have over 100 points.
And getting a lot more attention.
And it would be so loud. And
a lot more
he'd
attention.
be the next Connor Bedard, and he'd be getting so much attention where I don't think people understand and realize just how he was talking about Lawrence, the other kid who left the USHL to go to BU. I think he had 1 point, something like that, in his first 9 games
you're playing
at
against
BU.
Strong men.
And he was just crushing the USHL. So it's like,
and he's not playing with other superstars.
So in the past,
good.
all these Canadians couldn't come play college hockey. So they would just dominate against 16, 17-year-olds, 18-year-olds, whatever. Younger league, different league, more skilled league.
But he would
it's a different animal. So I think NCAA hockey, they have taken charge. In my opinion, that's got to be the best amateur league in the world.
Yeah, but you're older. I mean,
I know.
You're, 20,
You're
you
older
could be
than
24
junior
years old.
players, yeah.
Some of these football players are like 29 now. But how do you compare?
But we're done with that now, right? The extra COVID year?
I don't know.
Where they got that extra year of eligibility.
COVID. Oh, don't even bring it. Where do you rank Macklin Celebrini at this age compared to McKinnon at his age, compared to Crosby at that age?
Crosby was
way
putting
better.
up over 100 points,
wasn't.
too. McKinnon wasn't.
Struggled.
McKinnon did struggle.
What about Kane?
I don't want to say struggle.
But no, he didn't.
He didn't come out.
Look at the points.
But his rookie season, he had a coming out party in the playoffs, if you remember, where he was unbelievable in the playoffs.
Hopefully that happens with Celebrini.
Wasn't Sakic still on the team and stuff like that?
A long time ago. But I remember he struggled a couple of years. How was Kane his first?
Do you know, not just a couple years. McKinnon just had his first 100-point season.
Yeah.
Like last year, maybe the year before.
Yeah.
Let's look that
up.
And
we put him in the superstar.
One of the best of all time. So he's had 3 straight 100-point seasons. But prior to that, 9 seasons in the league prior to that without getting into 100 points. Now, he did have a 99-point season, a 97-point season.
What about his first 3 years?
A 93-point season.
What about his first 3 years?
First 3 years.
How old?
So his rookie season as a 18-year-old, he had 63 points, 24 goals.
And that team was not very good.
No. And I don't even know if I think he missed Sakic, right? This is 13, 14. Sakic wasn't playing then. So Matt Duchene was the leading scorer.
Yeah.
Then Landeskog, O'Reilly, Stastny, Eric Johnson. They had a bunch of guys.
Yeah, okay.
But so then he had 14 goals his next season in 64 games. So he didn't play quite as many games. Only had 38 points.
His 19-year-old. How old is Celebrini right now? A second year
player.
Okay.
And
19.
he doesn't even have that many great players around him.
No.
He's
awesome.
He's my Hart Trophy.
He's
vote.
awesome.
I don't even know
so
if they
fun
have to
watch.
get in for me to vote.
He's got a little bit of. He's got the look. He's got the screw it attitude. Like I'll take this over. Like when we do a penalty shot, okay, he gets chirped for the move not being good, but he found a way to score. Like he got that puck.
He wasn't
off
even
quick.
close. Like he wasn't a great move, but like the goalie didn't even.
Go ahead. He got it off so quick.
Yeah.
He knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Probably nervous as hell.
Right.
He's thinking, why am I doing this? McDavid's on the bench.
It
like,
wasn't
should I go?
until McKinnon's 5th year he got to 97 points. In his 5th season, he got over 40 goals for the first time. And then he's just been unstoppable since. Cam, if you were going to explain your dogs, go ahead and explain them to me.
I love them so much. They bring me so much joy every single day.
Shedding.
They're 5 years old now each, and I want them to live as long as possible.
Oh my
I want
God.
them to be as healthy as possible. They bring Kate and I so much gosh dang joy. I don't got kids. I love my baby
What have they been
puppies.
up to? Any stories?
What do you mean?
What are they doing? What are they
What
up
are they
to?
doing? They
What-
sleep and they snuggle
What are
with
they
you.
up to?
They're snuggling, they're walking, and they're getting treats, and they go potty, and then they sleep, and then they eat, and then they take a walk, and then they wrestle, and then they snuggle with us, and they watch movies and hockey.
As you guys know, I'm on a health kick right now, and so is Blay. My dog is also on a health kick. You know what I turned to?
What?
Better Wild.
You're damn right.
So my dog tends to scratch and itch, especially during the summers here. I mean, the allergies are terrible here in
Luna's
the
bad
Middle
about
West.
that.
They lick their paws. Are they shaking their head?
In the middle of
Doing
the
one
night that
those?
wakes you
Are
up.
they eating grass? And these are all little
Oh,
things
yeah.
to pay attention to, Kim.
Yeah.
What are your dogs' names? Luna and
Willow.
Willow.
Willow. My baby.
Which one's puking in the house? Right?
Lulu puked, and it's god awful. Just
Okay,
so
so,
everybody knows.
They have
It's once a
itchy
month.
ears.
Yeah.
If they're prone to ear infections, if they get red skin, rashes, red spots, skin infections. I told Cam I had to go to the dermatologist last week, and he got all worked up about it. They thought I had skin. There's like a skin, but they have to take it
Don't
off.
touch it.
I know, but they want to take it off, and I want to wait until after the season to do it.
Okay, we'll talk about it. Okay. Jesus, go.
It
It's
was
not about you.
It was not.
It's about the puppies. Let's go.
well, just like humans, dogs need probiotics.
Yes, they do.
Or good bacteria to strengthen their gut health and calm an overactive immune system, which a lot of dogs have, Cam, if you didn't know that. So
I
that's
do know
why
that.
we use Better Wild Allergy Relief Soft Chews, a supplement designed to support your pet's allergy defense system by strengthening their digestion. They're the first and only chews with Ancestral Advantage Wolf probiotics derived from your dog's mighty ancestor, the wolf.
Oh, god dang.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
I just love all of that. Right now, Better Wild is offering our listeners up to 40% off your order at betterwild.com/cam.
Yeah, baby.
That's betterwild.com/cam for up to 40% off your order. betterwild.com/cam.
Let's go.
If you had to pick one
Yoink.
power forward, I'm not talking age. You just know their abilities and their play. I'm not
At
talking,
their prime?
I'm not talking about the next 10 years. Just at the between Tom Wilson and Brady Tkachuk, who are you taking?
Oh, Jesus, Murphy. I'm going to say Brady.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to say Brady.
Okay.
I don't know.
And you're not wrong. There's no wrong answer.
And I love Tom. I love Tom Wilson. I do. Although he did get ragdolled by
Pierre Carinin.
Jeez Louise.
Cronon.
Like ragdolled.
Oh my God, I know. But then he got up and like his wires
After you
crossed.
got ragdolled.
I wasn't sure. I don't think he knew what to do.
Yeah, no, it's a confusing
and,
situation.
He's probably like, I want to
don't wanna
show
get
that
suspended.
I can
I'm
play.
playing.
I don't want to come here and be like, get involved in that type of shit.
No.
I just want to I don't want any attention for that.
Yeah, his wires cross a little
But
bit.
they don't
and then they
suspend
recross.
you.
Yeah, I didn't know the rules about that.
You just get tossed out of the game. So if it's late in the third period, go ahead and do it.
Yeah. Even if they threw punches?
This guy, Pierre Cronin.
Big boy. Andy, he picked up Wilson like, remember when Chara did that to David Kochi in a fight where he picked up like wham, wham, like he's
Kochi's
literally
a monster, too.
And yes, and Chara lifted him up. Maybe it was Kochi or somebody like that. That was kind of embarrassing.
Do you think this
Kind
is
of.
embarrassing for Tom
A
Wilson?
little bit. The guy's like,
I've
this,
never
from a
seen
French-
anyone do that to Tom Wilson.
And Butts talks about it too. Like, yeah, this is the only interaction you're ever going to get with him.
Well, I
Like,
said that. I said, well, the fact that he's never, it makes him a little stronger.
But you're
and
still
taller,
in the
knowing
moment.
you're never going to see him.
you're still in the moment.
You're still in the moment.
You're still in the moment.
And he threw him down like,
like this. Bam!
oh my
And
God.
Willie's like 230. That guy's strong as shit. I bet you he's kind of blowing up on
Pierre
on
Cronin.
Pierre.
Cronin.
What's up, man? Damn.
Should we get him on?
Yeah. I don't know if where's he from?
France.
Is he from France?
He plays for France.
Well, it doesn't mean he's from there. Wait a minute.
dude,
What are you
they're-
talking about?
They're all from France.
Is Nick Saraceno from Italy?
No, I know, but Italy is the only one I think that kind of has those.
Yeah, I think you could do that. I bet you a lot of guys aren't born and raised in France that play for France. But could be wrong. God dang. Yeah, that Kevin Fiala, that sucks. Jesus. Getting hurt like that.
Oh,
and then
my
they put him on the
God.
stretcher on his stomach, which I've never seen
Oh
before.
my God.
What are you doing? Do you not know what you're doing? Or is that
I don't know.
procedure?
Maybe that's the Italian procedure.
On his stomach where he's like, never seen that.
That's terrible. And how it happened? Could you
He's a
imagine
good
Tom
dude.
Wilson falling on your ankle?
Yeah, people were like, that was a dirty hit.
No, it wasn't.
Calm down.
I didn't hear a lot of that.
I saw that. My fucking algorithm. I do see the stupid people
I didn't hear
before the smart people chime in. They're like, that's I go, what? I saw it like 3 or 4 times in a row, and I'm like, no. And then people are like, no, that's what you
that.
think
I
is
like
dirty.
the Brits calling the games.
Now you do. You were getting a little chirpy, and I
No.
had to tell you,
It's just
the
that
Brits.
there's a lot of
you'll
dead
get
air.
used to. It's a lot of soccery.
It's all soccer.
I'm telling you, but you get used to it after a while. I like them. I like the way they.
Great denial.
Yeah, no, they're great. I love the accent. I like their humor. They like toughness.
But even the color guy was from Britain.
yeah, I didn't mind that.
I'd like to have him do a package of NHL games.
Shit, yeah, do it. I don't care.
Bring him over.
Are you entertaining? It's all that matters. You know. It's
He
all that
was in
matters.
pretty control of the broadcast. A lot of dead air. He didn't talk a whole lot, but is there anybody that you don't like in the Olympics right now?
As far as
Hockey-wise?
what?
Hockey-wise, that you're just not impressed with this game. Not doing it for you.
I guess you could say JT Miller hasn't done. Again, you talk about guys that are going to get limited ice time. Well, Jack Hughes with limited ice time came up, and I fucking notice him. Like I'm noticing him going in and out, doing his thing.
Dude, that passing play that they had with him, Matthew, Quinn,
Really good.
Hughes, and Brock Nelson.
But he's
What I
spinning
tell
off
you
the
about
guys
Brock
and
Nelson?
he looks good.
What'd I say though? Remember, you were like, I don't know.
Well,
Dude,
we said
he's
that
been-
about.
I go, he's been unbelievable this season. So
He
consistent
looks good.
throughout the course of his
He
career.
looks good.
He's just a hockey player.
He looks
dude.
good, dude. Solid.
Solid.
Makes plays. Doesn't turn.
Doesn't hurt you at
Doesn't.
all.
He's not fast. He's not
no,
slow.
professional. Plays a
Does
pro
his
game.
thing. God, I love that team, dude.
Yeah.
I do.
And I don't think Matthew Tkachuk is 100%.
He looks a little.
No, but I'm just saying, like, he hasn't played very many games. He missed so much time.
know.
The injury was so severe.
I know.
He
Even
was-
when he looks slow, he still gets things done.
Dude, because you know what?
Especially
You
off the
want to know
draw,
why?
those guys.
And I tell my kid, watch how quickly he gets rid of the puck. The puck doesn't stay on a stick.
No, it's a boom boom.
He knows where it's going before he even gets it. His anticipation and his hockey sense is at such a high level that even on that great passing play,
Little sauce.
no, the great passing play with with both Hughes brothers and the Brock Nelson one-touch goal,
Yeah.
he gives it to Jack right away.
Yeah.
Jack's like almost like stunned when he has it back on his stick, and the Faber goal, I
And
know
the Brady goal,
Eddie Olczyk,
where he gets on the wall
pointed
real
that
quick
out.
and makes a nice little sauce.
Yeah.
To Brady
Oh, yeah.
cruising up,
and off the face-offs and stuff like that.
where he does one
So
little thing.
even when he's limited physically, man, his brain is at such a high level.
It is. He's going to score a big time goal in front of the net.
What do you
It's gonna
think
go
of
off his hand, he's
Sweden
gonna-
not playing some of these guys?
That is odd behavior. Who's their coach?
Halam.
Not an NHL guy.
No.
Hmm.
He played.
Well, wait do you hear
his
what
last-
wait do you hear what Craig says about that.
Oh my God.
And Andy brought this up too. He set out Larson the whole game.
Sam Halam.
Huh?
Sam Halam or Halam.
He set out Larson.
I have a neighbor.
1,100
I have a
games.
neighbor last name Halam.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do.
I think.
Where's he from? Sounds like
Not
Middle
from
Eastern.
Sweden.
Sounds Middle Eastern.
He's not from Sweden.
Doesn't matter. But yeah, you sit a guy that played in the NHL 1,100 games out the whole.
With his full
game.
dressed on the bench.
Do you know how disrespectful that is?
So disrespectful.
I mean, I've sat
Against Italy.
guys.
Against Italy.
Why wouldn't you have him play some shifts? It makes no sense at all unless he got hurt off the bat and he's like, I want to sit and enjoy. I haven't heard anything like that.
Dude,
That's
if he's hurt and he knows he's not going to play,
Just get the fuck
Oliver Ekman Larson, who's
Is-
won a Stanley Cup
get
and
me
played
outta
1,100
here.
games, is not getting dressed to sit on the bench.
I'm just saying that is weird.
And
for
Philip
him.
Forsberg, dude, who's 31 years old.
Why would you do
who's
that?
scored, 350 goals, somewhere in that range in his NHL career. He's got 24 goals right now. He scores 30 pretty much every season. He plays one shift, and then the next game you have him on the power play and whatever. It's like,
What are you doing? Are you
this
playing mind
this
games
is,
with
and
NHLers?
I don't want to steal what Craig Button says, and he just really breaks it down very well. When
But
we talk about
I will say this though, as a player, you notice that stuff. Like there's all NHL guys on that team. Like
Exactly.
you notice there's sitting a guy that is sitting in the back of the bus. By the way, is the first one to eat the food on that team. He's a fucking big dog. 1,100 games, and you sit him an entirety of a game. That is
and you're a
unbelievable.
coach
And who are
who
you?
coaches in the Swedish
what?
Hockey League, like who I looked at his
Whoa.
playing numbers,
Whoa.
and I'm not going to crush his playing
Well,
career,
that's weird to do that.
but like he was not an accomplished player. I'd be curious what Alexander Steen thinks about it, being on management and having. And I know how much respect he has for NHL players. Like, I can't imagine that went over very well. To
When's the last
disrespect
time,
and embarrass,
When's the last time?
embarrass an accomplished.
11.
A couple of accomplished NHL players.
Wow.
There's got to be another reason for it. And I
Were they
haven't
late?
seen an
Were
explanation.
they late for something?
But his last season, Sam Hallam,
I think you're saying that, pronouncing that
well, you
wrong.
tell me how to say it.
Hallam?
Hallam.
Is that Hallam?
It would help if it was like Erickson
Yeah.
or Larson
Or Erickson.
or
heck.
Broberg,
Carl.
Forsberg, Carlson. But
Berglund.
it's Berglund. It's
Hallam.
Hallam.
Hello.
His last season in professional hockey, and this is at 24 years of age. He played 38 games, and he had 0 points.
I've had those numbers.
0 points. You didn't get like a
Yeah. Okay, give me an assist. No, I know. I've never heard of them.
So
and for you to make a statement like that
as a coach,
to a guy like that, it doesn't make any sense.
It makes me think a certain way about you that may not even be fair.
Like you're Tommy Tough guy. Like I gotta set the tone
against
Italy with a guy that played 1,100 games in the NHL. In the NHL, the best league in the world by a mile. Weird. Jeez Louise. They deserve to lose. Although, this is where things get tricky. We're chirping Sweden. They don't look great, I guess, so far as a whole.
I don't know.
They could
they not looked that good? I mean, I don't know. They're going to play USA. All I know is that we looked at them as the third best team entering the tournament. Some people may have said Finland.
Well,
but they are probably the third. They're all NHL players.
They're loaded.
I know they're missing Brodin, who would have provided some of that North American grit on the back end. He naturally plays a little tougher.
Yeah.
They don't have Leo Carlsson, who's sick. Sick as in like a nasty hockey player.
Yeah.
I don't know. He's injured.
Yeah.
So you don't have those guys, but still they're all NHL players and they're really good.
Yeah.
So if I'm USA, that's not who I had penciled in that I had to play in the quarterfinal.
Well, they still got to win too. Going into this, and they play back to back. It's all
who does
Sweden if they advance.
They got to win.
They got to win.
Who are they playing? Like
Latvia, I thought.
Latvia.
Let's make sure we know that so we don't get.
No, I looked it up this morning.
Yeah, so did I. But I do get it confused. Like who's playing? I think it's Latvia. Boom. Let's see. Yes. Who look good at times. So they still got to win that game. Hopefully Latvia fucking beats them up. But you know they're going to win that game. You know they are. Czechia is going to kill Denmark. Swiss and Italy doesn't matter. Germany.
I like Switzerland.
Yeah, I'm just saying the game. Like they're going to win. They're going to kill Italy.
Oh, they will.
Yeah.
But I like their team. They got a lot of NHLers.
I like every single thing about this tournament so far. I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not the Four Nations, and people are like, the Four Nations is better. That's different. That's cool too. We'll do that again, and there'll be more fun. This is interesting.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's going to be the World Cup 2 years from now, so you're going to have more teams involved. I think 4.
Okay. There's a lot going on. These are interesting. And listen, I'm a stickler to this stuff. If I want to watch a fucking whatever, the games have been interesting. The Olympics as a whole, there's some drama. Canada cheating.
Oh my God, dude!
Men and women.
You can fuck right off.
You can fuck right. Hey there.
Hey there.
We love you guys up there, man. I don't want to
fuck off.
I don't even know what the rules are with curling.
They're fighting in curling.
I
love
watch
the drama. That curling.
I love the drama.
If they just squared off, I would watch that.
Did he cheat going pokey?
Yes, he did.
Little pokey poo.
Yes, he did.
And then the woman did it.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Canada.
Canada. Listen.
Are they cheating at curling?
Is that not
what
I'm seeing?
Didn't they invent curling? That's their sport, right?
Well, I don't know.
Who invented curling?
Don't know. But if they have that under their kind of a dark cloud and then they lose, it's going to be tough to see the hockey team lose.
Did you hear?
I'm sorry. They look so freaking good.
It was invented in Scotland.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say.
Wow.
See, Andy's like, it's invented there. I'm like, well, we should.
Did you hear the guy? Fuck off, eh?
Hey there. Fuck off there, eh? I love it.
Turned into a hockey player.
I love it. It's so funny.
That's how.
But are they cheating?
You ever see
that
like
bad?
A street fight in Canada? They fight like they're on the ice, dude. The people who
the Canadians are fucking shit kicking. Dude.
I know.
There's some tough.
But do you
Canadians.
see how they fight though?
Yeah,
like they'll grab your shirt.
No, that's more
uppercuts.
That's more common than you think.
No.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it, Andy.
I've seen street fights.
Tell me about it.
In the United States.
Tell me about street fights.
That's not how they're fighting.
Yes, there's a lot of times it is.
Maybe at a hockey game with jerseys on. But dude, you go into the inner cities of the United States, that's how they're fighting?
We're saying inner city stuff?
Well, that's the street fights I'm referring to.
Those guys are like this.
Yeah, dude. Like when
they do like the scorpion.
Like when I was in high school. The fights in the hallway, they didn't fight like. But in Canada, the street fights, they fight like hockey players, dude. It's amazing.
better if I grabbed you by that jacket right now.
Pull it over my head.
But,
And
I
then
mean,
uppercuts.
And you weren't thinking that way. I have complete control over you.
Fuck
if
off,
you grab
you-
this, hey dear, fuck off, Derry.
Fuck off, you hoser.
Fuck off, Derry. I love it. I love it. There are some good-looking women
In Canada?
No, in this fucking tournament. Speed skaters.
Oh, the speed. Dude, when they pull their hat off and you shake it out, I'm like,
And you look at their bills.
it's like a shampoo commercial.
Oh, my shit.
Pantene.
We like, I want to smell. We're creepy. They're beautiful. There's beautiful people there. It's all beautiful people. It's all beautiful athletes.
How
from
much
everywhere?
fun
It's so
Are
awesome.
they having? So the
God,
USA
if you were a young
players
kid, but the
are-
hockey players are the big.
they're
dicks.
living in the village.
They don't want to anything. If I'm a young kid, if I'm like celebrate, it's just different now. Like, is he creeping around? Is there any guys? And hopefully not. Is there any of these?
They all
young
have their
guys-
families over.
Is there? Yeah, but is there any young kids like I'm gonna go out there and look for a beautiful Swedish
Skier
skier
downhill.
that's goddamn gorgeous, and I'm gonna go find that because they're all over the place. I'm gonna go find the most beautiful woman ever.
Danish, Norway.
I want to go find the most beautiful woman and just go try to connect with her.
Mm.
Are any of the hockey players and the two big boys doing that?
I'd have to say
dang.
yes. I'd have to say yes.
There's gotta be. Maybe not. Hopefully not, because that's how you get worn out. Like, maybe it's easier than you think. Maybe they're all online talking to each other. Like they have like a separate little. I don't know. Who knows?
Even in the other games for Sweden, though,
Jesus. Anyway,
there were other games. There was guys who didn't play too. It wasn't just the first game. They have guys on the team who don't play.
are they dressing extra players?
I don't know what's going on here.
That
Why
could
do
be
you? Why do you have to dress 7D, by the way? And like 13. There's too many players.
Well, that's probably what it is, but
Yeah, well, it is. But you're playing Italy, and you got a guy with 1,100 games. Like he needs to get a couple shifts. Philip Forsberg. I honestly assumed he was hurt. I would have never crossed my mind that this guy's only being assigned 1 or 2 shifts in the entire game.
they got to understand too that the NHL guys are not used to that. That's not a normal thing with your players. They don't sit.
Yeah, but they're not used to being embarrassed either. That's
Well, yeah,
embarrassing.
Like anything, it's all combined.
Did Ekman Larson comment on it? Have you seen any comments?
Well, my point is because if that's the normality of what the situation is with this particular Olympics, because you could dress more people and you want an extra guy on the bench, then don't
Listen,
do it to
they
the,
can
don't-
bring-
Why are you doing it to that guy?
They can bring, I guess, North American NHL coaches over to coach their team. Based on what Craig Bunton, he talks about how
Yeah.
Finland tried to bring Paul Maurice over. Or something.
Yeah,
Like, why wouldn't you? Sweden, like, get Joel Quenneville to come coach your
I know.
team, dude.
would that be weird for Quenneville?
I think so.
I completely.
If you're a
think so.
Canadian, like
I'd be
you're
no.
playing against Canada,
Yeah,
I think that'd be weird.
Yep.
Same with Paul Maurice.
I think that'd be really weird.
To me, it's weird that Paul Maurice isn't on the coaching staff.
Yeah, I know. Who made that decision?
Well, probably management and the coach, John Cooper. I would imagine he
Yeah,
decided who he wanted.
yeah. Maybe he's an alpha. Who knows?
Swayman.
You better get on the game, boy.
He ain't gonna play again.
I know, but
That's how he's gonna leave his Olympic memory.
Yeah, that sucks.
And he won the World Championships for
yeah,
Team USA
that
last
sucks.
summer.
I don't
feel
wanna-
bad for him.
It's all good.
He rebounded. He made
But
some saves.
it just shows you
Mhm.
that
Anything
you
can
could
happen.
be the big dick.
Like if that
And
happens
that-
in a game against Sweden or Finland, you could be fucked. Or Czechia,
That's exactly
most
right.
disappointing team.
Yeah, it is. But your goalie could fucking sway the momentum so goddamn fast.
What's Czechia doing? Although I like Pasta in that game against USA or Canada, the first game. He's toe dragging cats.
Yeah,
No,
they weren't that good.
No, but he looked okay.
Then they're okay.
They're just okay.
I don't
They
know.
don't
They
have as many NHLers as I thought
Yeah.
they did.
Yeah, I know. Sweden has most out of the.
Sweden has every player. I think Finland, every player is too.
It's close.
Finland only has 24 players on their roster, I think, or something, compared to 25.
What about Slovakia?
My favorite team outside of USA and Canada. I like watching Canada too. Slovakia, because I like that young Dvorsky.
USA is your favorite team.
They are.
Sometimes Germany was last week.
But That'd be like Germany was.
Remember Andy was rooting for Germany last week?
Was I?
Yeah, you said so. I go, what?
I was like excited to watch Germany. They were a little bit
They
of
got
a
the best
letdown.
unis ever.
They're a letdown.
Yeah, they didn't look
Do you like
good.
USA's jerseys?
Fuck yeah.
Canada's getting chirped for their
Dude, their jerseys look sick.
for their warm up gear.
I don't know what that was.
Like all the Lululemon stuff that they're wearing.
See, I don't.
Like for the opening ceremonies
Are the
and shit.
children talking about that?
No, it's just all over.
I don't know.
I'm thinking about Nancy right now. I mean, that's why
it's very bizarre.
That's why I'm
I'm
distracted thinking about her.
Something weird's going to happen with this whole thing. It's unacceptable.
Do you know Tabitha from the Blues alumni? You know Tabitha? She always works the front desk at the Blues Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Tabitha, what's your last name?
Tabitha. You know Tabitha?
Yeah.
Dude, she's all over this case on Facebook.
Oh, yeah. Tabitha's cool. Yeah, she does
She's
radio.
I know she does.
She's great.
She's like investigating, doing her own investigation.
Yeah. No, she's a great
She's
follow.
got like timelines and shit.
Great follow. Yeah, she's cool as shit. Yep. Yeah.
That's my girl.
Yeah,
from
I'm
the
curious
Hockey Hall of
about
Fame.
things like this. Like we haven't had a kidnapping like this in a while.
Do you believe she was kidnapped?
I don't know, Andy. But I do
Are
think
you clearing the sister and the brother-in-law? Have you cleared them?
I'm not clearing a goddamn thing.
Are you clearing Savannah?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then you are. Are you clearing the brother?
Nope.
No?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
enough.
clearing the brother. I didn't say brother-in-law.
I'm probably clearing everyone. I think it's going to be.
The brother-in-law
I think it's going to be
was the last one to see him.
It's so weird.
I don't know, man. I just hope this doesn't drag on much longer.
No shit. It's bad. Let's go. We talked about it.
Craig
enough.
Button coming up on the Canister podcast. Anything else stand out from the Olympics? Or
Well, nothing matters. That's what stands
the
out.
trade deadline's coming around the corner.
Nothing matters
can I say
until
this about the
next
trade
week.
deadline?
What?
I feel like Utah has their eye on a couple of big dogs with St. Louis. Pay attention.
Oh, okay.
Pay attention. Do you think Kyrie's a scapegoat?
Yeah.
You do?
I like Kyrie.
I was talking to another executive from another team. He's like, I'd love to have that guy.
No shit.
Like
what? Why?
It's almost like the Austin
I got
Matthews.
bass on Twitter.
It's like the Austin Matthews situation where, like, okay, and he's a guy who scored 60 goals twice, so it's not a fair comparison. But
Kyrie's damn
USA, he's got all these other great players around him. And just think about it. Kyrie's asked to be the guy, and I guess it's not him. But if you could slide him down a little bit and had some different personalities and some great talent around him, how different would that picture look?
Yeah, he would blend in perfectly. He's fast. He's got a great shot. He's smart. A lot better defensively than he was 3-4 years ago.
Number one player available and the most coveted, apparently, is Nazem Kadri, which I think he's good, but I don't.
How old is he now? 31? How old is he?
He's in his 30s. He's older than that. I
32,
think he's 34, so.
Oh, okay.
Isn't he? What year was he born, Cam?
I don't know.
Let's look real quick. Nazem Kadri, I'm going to say 34, 35.
Wow. I was way off.
And then it's like you get into the Robert Thomases and the Jordan Kyries of the world. I'm just all about just adding more great players.
Yeah, I know. I agree.
What are you going to get? That's the big question. Bennington's another one too. We were wondering if he was going to elevate his status or hurt his status.
Right now, he looks pretty good. Right now.
But now we're getting into crunch time.
Now we're getting into crunch time, and we'll see what happens throughout this last stage of the big tournament here.
Yeah.
That's what I'm focused on right now.
Okay.
It's about the fucking Olympics. We'll see what the trade deadline is going to happen. Nothing's going
gonna
down
come
anyway.
soon.
But it ain't here yet. Until we go next week, we can talk trade
You
deadline.
have like guys like tweeting from like, I'm on the beach in like the Bahamas
chilling.
and I'm hearing this. I'm like, what? Like, just enjoy your vacation.
Just let it,
Stop tweeting about what you may be hearing and what you're not hearing. Just hang on to the information.
Watch the Olympics.
Go
right now.
To watch the Olympics and watch the waves.
That's the hockey that's going on right now.
Enjoy your
Let's
vacation.
Go. It would be nice to watch this on a beach,
Oh,
on one of those bars, outside.
tweeting about who would get traded.
But you're watching the games there. I need a goddamn vacation.
Firstform.com/Cam and Strick brings us the Cam and Strick podcast in addition to our title sponsor, Stiefel, baby.
Let's go.
I'm wearing my Stiefel jacket today.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Cam's so mad that I have this. But anyway.
I am. I like that.
What is that?
Oh, baby.
What is that right there?
So tattooed on my leg, baby.
Is it? No, it's not. Don't you have like a...
I have a tattoo of American
flag
and an eagle.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Do you not?
I don't want to see it.
Andy's like, I know what you have. I know more than you. 17 years old in Windsor, baby. Hooked me up for free.
I love it, baby. Who did?
The tattoo artist.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
I knew you wouldn't pay for it.
Well, when you play hockey for the team.
We're supposed to have American and Canadian flags, our jerseys up. We'll have those up next week, but Cam keeps forgetting to bring it.
Yeah.
He lied to me, by the way.
White lie.
Do you lie?
To you?
No.
About stupid things?
Yeah.
To shut your mouth before we fucking do an interview?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, good God.
Tell the people what you would get if you were new to First Form. What are you ordering in your first cart?
And Nick even knows, like they know exactly what I order every single month, and it's the greens, it's the reds, it's the protein, creatine. I get the hydration packs, I get the beef sticks, right yonder, which I hate. Boom, the beef sticks, and like I'm out and about all day. It just helps me. I get these by the way. Boom, boom, boom. The First Form energy drinks. I get it all. And then whatever's left over, I get a couple, maybe some more pants and a shirt here and there. I got a new sweatshirt, too. I worked at Mardi Gras. I look badass.
I'm trying to find an update.
But they sell out quick because everybody wants their clothes, too. So they got a lot of stuff going on. First Form, baby. Come on, Andy. Get
I'm
going.
I'm trying to get an update of USA Hockey. They're playing in the women are playing in the semis today.
All right, well, it's okay. They're going to all know by tomorrow. Anyway.
Who do you expect to be in the... Why are you doing an update? We're not live. Who do you expect to be in the gold medal game? On the women's side.
U.S.
Against who?
Canada. Who else is even close?
Sweden.
Yeah.
I think they may have knocked off somebody before.
I feel like U.S. is killing everybody.
Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Use our link and use it today.
Let's do it.
Blue Note Roofing, 314-920-5713. Call David Novak today. Get taken care of in the most incredible way, Cam. I saw his new office the other day, too. Beautiful office.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful office.
He works his ass off, and the weather's getting nice, too, so he's going to have to start really working here. On them roofs and fascia,
soffit, fascia, roofing, siding,
all
gutters.
of it. All that stuff. Big time hockey fan.
Yeah.
I know he's watching these games.
Yes. He is the best, man. And he'll take care of you and talk pucks with you, too, and talk a little hockey with you as well.
Hell yeah.
Okay? David Novak, Blue Note Roofing. Call him today, 314-920-5713. Sparks Hockey, baby. Use that promo code Cam and Strick. It'll save you more money than Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Okay. Don't have dipshit boy touch your goddamn kid's skates or yours.
Oh, my God.
Or you will toe pick and fall into the boards and fuck up your AC joint.
Oh, my God.
And look foolish. And the scouts are like, oh, your kid's terrible.
Cross him off.
Off. He gone. Sit down.
And I don't know how you get back on the list.
And now he's hurt.
Oh, shit. Because he went into the boards.
Double whammy.
Because he lost an edge.
Yeah. Because of dipshit boy. At 7 o'clock in the morning when he hasn't slept because he's doing weird things in the neighborhood.
Oh, my God. Dude.
I'm just letting people know. And he sharpens your skates like, sit down.
Sit down, Chinatown.
Sit down.
Is that bad to say?
Chinatown?
Is that like, can that get me canceled?
Like, Andy knows that I say that. And then he says it one time and he's like, oh, I should be worried about myself. Yeah, you're fine.
All right, so Craig Button here on this edition of the Cam and Strick podcast presented by Stiefel. Great conversation. We get you updated on everything. Not only Olympics, a little bit of free agency, some NHL talk, and some NHL draft talk as well with the one and only Craig Button here on the Cam and Strick podcast.
Let's go, baby.
Presented
what up?
By Stiefel, baby. The Cam and Strick podcast is brought to you by First Form, baby. Use our link and do it today. www.firstform.com/Cam and Strick.
Get jacked now. They are the real deal.
Get that protein, check out the apparel, eat those bars, and drink those energy drinks. Firstform.com/Cam and Strick.
Yeah.
Now on to the interview. Do you live out west or are you in Toronto?
I'm in Calgary.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, just looks like is it cold in the studio? Like
75 degrees out today.
Listen,
It's 75 degrees
my
out.
U.S. ski team official jacket that I got. I have to wear it at some point here, Craig. And so I'm gonna sweat my ass
75
off
degrees out
for
today.
the U.S. for Stiefel and the U.S. ski
Yeah.
team. I'm gonna sweat my ass off for everybody today.
Yeah, right on. Well, I see that Lindsey Vaughn flew home. She's flying home today, so that's nice.
Yeah.
She gets to get back into her space where she can rehab.
She's a badass. I'll tell you that right now.
41 years old.
Jeez,
Craig. She's been through like some serious injuries. Are you a big skier out there or no?
I am.
Dangerous, huh? It's a dangerous sport.
It's only dangerous. Well, it's only dangerous if you want to if you want to take risks. Listen, I'm a good skier. I am. I'm a good skier, but I also know what I can't do, so I don't try to do things I can't do. And hey, as Lindsay said, and other skiers will tell you, you get up to the top of the thing, and you got to just kind of go for it. And it's amazing. I don't know if you guys know this, but 80% of the top skiers, the world-class skiers, have blown out their ACLs.
I believe it.
And now, because of the microfracture surgery they do with the sutures, it makes your knee stronger. So actually, they can go at higher speeds and torque even higher, which makes it even more dangerous for the kind of injury that Lindsay had.
So it's
and it wasn't
like
a knee injury. It was because you now can put more torque on your knees with that type of surgery than you ever could.
It's like Tommy John.
Tommy John surgery in
reckless.
baseball. Tommy John surgery in baseball. You come back, you throw even harder.
You get it done early, and
everybody has one.
Yep.
So
hey,
listen,
do you want to know something, Cam?
What's up?
Like they want to blow out their ACLs, so they get the surgery. That's exactly what they want to do.
Just get it done.
They're like,
get it done early.
I tore my ACL. They're like, no, you didn't. They're like, yes, I did.
Yes, fix it. Fix it anyway. Hey, we just hit go, by the way.
Yeah, they just want to go get it done without it torn. That's a good idea.
It's the new HGH. Or whatever.
Yeah, we just record, by the way,
the
just so
way
you
to
know. We don't
cheat.
want to waste your time. I know you've been busy.
What do you think is the most difficult sport in the Olympics?
The most difficult? Jeez.
What's the hardest sport?
Probably hockey.
Well, I mean, when we went down to Dallas from Minnesota back in the early 90s, the football players they loved the hockey players. And we had Shane Sherla and Basil McRae, and we had a rugged team, and they loved it. And the football players were hilarious. How do you guys do that on those blades? Like, how do you guys all how do you hit like that? We could never do that. So I mean, hockey is, as you guys know, as we all know. I mean, you think about the speed of the game. Ski jumping, I don't know if that's hard. I think it's more courageous. I think that. Probably, if we want to do difficulty in the what I think is crazy is the short track speed skating.
They're going over 30 miles per hour.
Yeah,
I'm watching that
on a hockey rink. And
I know.
When I was in Pyeongchang in 2018, and South Korea has a big time. Short track speed skating to them is like unbelievable. And going into the building to watch short track speed skating, it is, if you've never seen it, go. It is wild. And it feels like the roof is coming off, and they get there, and that is nuts. It is and it's not just one person going around like long track. You just kind of keep skating. I mean, they're bumping and pushing and trying to gain every edge there in that short track. I honestly think that at the speed they're going is, we can talk about downhill skiing and moguls and all that, but that short track is crazy.
I would just wait till everybody really gets into a collision and then skate right by like the one guy did the other day. There's going to be somebody's going to trip over each other. You might as well just stay back a little bit.
Hey, before we get into it, though, my kid asked me last night, if a speed skater put on hockey skates, would they be extremely fast? And if Connor McDavid put on speed skates,
good question,
would he, just cruise around and go 30 miles per hour in a speed skating competition?
It's really hard. Like, I mean, because speed skating is you're going around in an oval all the time, right? Like, hockey is quickly turning. I don't think speed skaters could do what hockey players do. And I think a great hockey skater, a great hockey player that skates like McDavid would pick up speed skating really fast.
I think so too.
Years ago, I know in the U.S. and in Canada, they wanted to try to develop more speed skaters. So they didn't go to the Connor McDavids. They went to really good skating college players, junior players, and they asked them if they would try speed skating because they thought they could develop them into speed skaters. And some did. Some did get to the national and Olympic level. But the idea, but you would never take a speed skater and have them go try to play hockey. It just it wouldn't work.
All right, so
I shouldn't say it wouldn't work, but the way they're trained and everything is very different. Whereas the hockey player has a better chance.
Yeah, the skates are so different. I mean, that's just kind of
They
crazy
are.
looking at their.
And
I
you
would have
can-
done figure skating.
You gotta turn like this all the time. Like your foot always has to go like that. You're always turning like that.
Hey, listen, the U.S. figure skating national championships, like the whatever they call it, like whoever wins makes the Olympic team. It was right before the Olympics. They had it here in St. Louis at the Blues practice rink, and where my kid plays. And I went over and watched him a couple of times. Like that may be the difference. I mean, this guy's doing backflips on skates.
Oh, I
and
know.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know what.
Yeah.
I don't know what's more difficult than what this guy's
On your
doing
edge.
too. It's crazy. So, how's
Well,
everybody?
yeah, it's true too.
Go ahead.
Like we talk about what's the most difficult, right? And we're dealing with the Winter Olympics, and like you're skiing down the hill in the downhill at 80, 90 miles an hour. Right. Like, I mean,
Oh my God.
how can that, knowing that you could crash and break bones in your body? We talk about speed skating, the backflips and figure skating, the moguls. I mean, it really is like, I mean, we can talk about crazy and everything, but I probably the most dangerous has to be that downhill skiing. It has
Probably
to
so.
be. It has to be.
They're crazy, and the
There's
moguls.
some nasty.
The moguls have to be bad
accidents.
on your body too, man. That can't be good on your knees.
Your back.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
I know. Listen, we turned you into a skiing expert
Yes,
too, Craig.
yeah.
We're just we could talk all sports.
But we're into it. We're into this
We
whole
are.
thing.
We are.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So, Canada at the Olympics, real quick with the hockey. Anything surprised you right off the bat? Like, has anybody outperformed what you expected? Do you still feel like, hey, this guy maybe should have made it over this guy? Or do you feel like, hey, based off of what we've seen so far, and I know they haven't played against the best competition. They put up 10 goals against France, but still, you like this team heading into the playoff round.
Yeah, I think no question about it. At the outset of the Olympics, I think just about everybody would say Canada, USA is on a collision course for the gold medal match. And, based on what I've seen, not just from the USA and Canada, but also from the other countries, it'll take a real big upset for the U.S. and Canada not to be playing in that gold medal game. In my view, that's just a general overview of it. I just don't see anybody else being able to touch those teams. And so could it happen? Yeah, we know that upsets can happen, but I think these two teams are really dialed in. When it comes to Canada, I mean, losing Josh Morrissey in the first game early on in that game. One of the big things that's happened is that you can have an extra defenseman and an extra forward, in case of this and performance related. So I think that it's forced Canada to give other players a little bit more ice time and take on a little bit more responsibility, which I think has helped them in that regard. I mean, the nuclear option that John Cooper can deploy with Celebrini, McDavid, and McKinnon, I mean, it doesn't feel fair. It really doesn't. And you think about what those three guys do in the NHL, and now here they are playing together at the Olympics. It is really special to not only watch those three guys play. I mean, McKinnon looks up to Crosby, and then you have Celebrini who's sitting there probably just pinching himself going, is this real? Is it like, is this fantasy? Is it like, I can't believe I'm here. And he's holding his own. And I think until you show that you can do it, there's always going to be kind of a questioning. But Macklin Celebrini has gone right in there and shown not only does he belong, but listen, I thought that Zach Hyman should have been named to the team because I thought that McDavid with the pressure, the spotlight, having somebody that does what he does for him in Edmonton would be a really good fit. Well, Macklin Celebrini has taken that argument and turned it on its head.
Oh my God.
He didn't even know he was anybody could have taken that penalty shot too, and he just went right up there. Looked like he's done that a million times. No practice. Boom. I'm going to do it.
I like what Dowdy said. Dowdy said it wasn't even a good move.
I know.
But, I mean, listen, give all the credit to the kid. His second goal against France, where he just took a step to the middle of the ice.
Yeah.
I mean, he's so intelligent as a young kid. Like, this is a natural goal scorer, man. I love watching this kid play.
Yeah, how can you not? And you talk about that goal just stepping in, just the understanding of like, I need to get to this space to give myself a better chance.
Yeah.
The pass he makes to McDavid. I mean, McDavid goes at warp speed. And Celebrini, like, oh, here it is. Here you go, Connor. Go and make your move, right? Like, his understanding of the game and how to play it and how to take advantage, like you just said, like moving into a little spot, boom, goal. And he has that intelligence. And it's hard. I've watched him since he was 15 years of age. He dominated the USHL, dominated the NCAA, just fell short of winning the Rookie of the Year because Lane Hudson had such a phenomenal year, 2 teammates at Boston University. And here he is now. He's still a teenager. He's a teenager. And, you think about, we talk in hockey about passing the torch and, but you can almost see it being passed, right? Like, I mean, Crosby to McDavid, and then Celebrini looks like he's the next guy in line.
I know. Canada's so deep that some guys can look almost pedestrian. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because they just don't have the same role. It's like you watch a Reinhardt or something like that. They don't flash maybe as much as they do in an NHL game. USA, same thing. They've got guys like JT Miller and Trocheck and some of these guys. They almost look like average players because everyone else around them is just so elite, man. These guys are so good. So for Canada, what was the biggest question mark? Was it goaltending for you? And has Jordan Binnington answered those questions for you?
I'll answer the second question first, yes. And I loved what Jordan said about John Cooper. John Cooper, Tampa Bay came into St. Louis.
Yeah.
And he sat down with Jordan, and Jordan said, this is Jordan's comment, quote. He said, John told me he would give me an opportunity to be the guy. He didn't say you're going to be the guy. He said he'll give me an opportunity to be the guy. And we know that Jordan has not had the best of seasons with the Blues this year, and he acknowledges it as well. But what we love about Jordan Binnington is his bravado, his confidence. I mean, that's all something. And when he got into the net there, knowing that he had something to prove to himself and that he was given the opportunity, I think he seized it. I think he took full advantage of it. And after that first game, I don't think there was any doubt that he was going to be Canada's starting goaltender. And certainly John Cooper believes in him. And, it's very clear, and Jordan will acknowledge this too. He got on the team based on the loyalty card. Mm-hmm. And John Cooper played it. But boy, did Jordan Binnington take advantage of it. And there's no doubt that he's the guy going forward for Team Canada.
Yeah.
And kudos to Jordan. Kudos to Jordan.
Yeah, 100%. And Doug Armstrong played the loyalty card as well. But, listen, I was one that tweeted that out about Jordan Binnington. I talked to him the morning after he met with John Cooper. He wasn't playing that game, and we talked for a long time that morning. And I did ask him, I said, hey, did he tell you you're his guy? And he said, kind of gave me the wink, like no comment. But he said exactly what you just said just now about, hey, he's going to give me every opportunity to be the guy. They had a couple of Guinnesses. And listen, Jordan Binnington left that meeting, even though he had some rough starts after that in the NHL, but he left that meeting feeling really confident and good about himself. I think that allowed him to relax and just take a deep breath. I thought it was a really smart move by John Cooper. That's John Cooper in a nutshell, just in terms of his ability to relate with players and communicate with these guys, don't you think?
Well, yeah, I don't think I could say it any better than that. And, there's only one thing, Andy. I'm having a hard time believing that John Cooper had a Guinness. He's a red wine guy.
I know.
And I'm trying to picture John drinking a Guinness. And I'm having, I can't get an image in my head of John sitting down with Ken. But if that's what it took for him to get Jordan comfortable, then it's just another example of John.
I love it. That's according to Bennington. I said, "What were you guys drinking?" I said, "You guys." I think I may have even said, "Were you guys drinking wine?" He said, "No, Guinness, actually."
Yeah,
big shout out to Guinness.
It goes back to John too. Like John, think about John Cooper and how he connects to players. He goes and meets with Jordan Bennington on his turf, with his drink of choice. He's not trying to, do something that's comfortable for John. He's trying to make Jordan comfortable. And, John Cooper knows the deal. I mean, you're representing Canada. The gold medal is on the line there. That's what it is. Jordan knows the deal too. There was no way that John could go in there and tell Jordan, "Hey, you're going to be the guy." He said, he very well could say, "I want you to be the guy. I believe you can be the guy." But with the way Jordan had played and the belief that he had in Jordan still had to go out and show, "Hey, you know what? I'm gonna reward you. I'm gonna reward everybody that was loyal to me with performance." And he did. And again, you speak to confidence, you speak to bravado. We know Jordan has that. And how many times do we talk about goaltenders having to have a short memory? I think that Jordan just, okay, I know what I've done, but I'm going to the Olympics and it's going to be different, and I'll show you. You love that about him.
Yeah, when he's locked in, you can see it in his eyes.
Yep, yep.
You really can. We were talking about earlier about Tom Wilson too, and people were questioning, how is he going to react to different situations? Can he keep up this, that, and the other? Is he going to be a skating 2-minute minor? He might catch somebody weird with a hit, trying to hit somebody in open ice, but I feel like he's doing everything right. Although he did get ragdolled by the French player a little bit there.
I don't know if he was expecting. Then he snapped. Then
he snapped, and he's like, "Well, I'm like, is he going to throw a punch? Is he going to get suspended?" But
right.
I like his game overall, and I think he's just complimenting everybody perfectly so far.
Okay, well, Cam, think back to yourself, right? And think back when you were younger. And when you're younger and you're trying to show and you might be a little bit more reckless, you might not be as measured. Right? That was Tommy Wilson early on in his career. But Tommy Wilson, for the last 9 years in his career, knows exactly what he's doing out there. He knows how to get people off balance. He knows how to get people backed off. He knows when to do it. He knows when not to do it. And I was never concerned about Tommy Wilson going to the Olympics and causing any type of misfortune for Team Canada, because he's a smart player. He's a really good, strong player. Full stop. And so yesterday in that game versus France, or on Sunday in that game versus France, you have Tommy Wilson, playing hard. He gets them tangled up a little bit there, and then, like you said, the French guy got him, and he didn't like the fact that the French player took a couple of shots at him when Tommy was being restrained. And but if you want to know how important that is, Nathan McKinnon said it best. He's got my back, right? And and here we go. And that's what I mean about Tommy being measured. And if you want, and you guys watch Tommy knows what he's doing out there. And Tommy knows, hey, I can get up to the line. I might have to cross the line a little bit here, but he was never going to, in my view, never going to cause. I think it's a bad narrative surrounding Tommy Wilson going into this Olympics. And I said it a number of times. The people that are saying it don't watch Tommy Wilson.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, and we've had him on here, man.
We're big fans of him,
Tommy Wilson.
And
he's made such an effort to try to change that narrative and change some of the stuff that maybe has led to his reputation. But it was interesting because I don't think he knew, like, okay, I didn't come here. I'm not trying to. I don't want to like snap right now. But he did hit Nathan McKinnon, and then he just kind of gave him a bump back, and I don't think he was expecting the guy to really want to go. I got to give the other guy credit, too, man.
Whoever the kid is, he's Pierre Cronin.
You're a scout, Craig.
Whoa.
What are you writing in your reports about that kid?
Strong.
Yeah, I mean, strong, right? And bold, and maybe a little dumb. I think he might have known that in the Olympics, I don't really have to throw the gloves off and really get into a bare knuckles fight here, where Tommy has the huge advantage over him. So,
hey, but smart knowing he'll never see him again, though. He won't ever play against him again.
That's Andy. There it is, and that is it, right? To go like, this is my one time, and bye bye.
Yep.
Although I looked him up, he did play a little bit in the USHL, I think, back in the day. It's always interesting, all these French players. I was looking, I was, the hockey DB and everybody during the game, like, Where's this guy playing? Where's he played in the past? It's always interesting. And it is you got a bunch of guys. You got guys that play the North American League. I mean, the NAHL. So it's like, it's just a completely different path to getting to the Olympics for some of these guys. But it's interesting, man. You look at Austin Matthews. He takes so much heat, and it's a different situation for him. I was trying to break this down in my head and on my drive here today. It's like he's surrounded by all these alphas with Team USA, and he can just kind of go do his thing. I think in Toronto, he's got to be the guy. Is that what's leading to him just kind of being comfortable and all of a sudden just dominating? I love watching this guy play. When he's on his game, Craig, he's got so much composure all over the ice and just impacts the game all over the ice. Even when he's not skating, he almost looks like the perfect hockey player.
Austin is a superstar. We know that, and I don't know, like, having watched him for as long as I have, and I watched I guess it was the first goal by Canada. Mitch Marner makes that little backhand pass over to Mark Stone.
Oh, God.
And I'm thinking to myself, if Austin Matthews is watching that, he's going, Mitchie, I miss you, Mitchie. Why did you have to go to Vegas, Mitchie? Toronto, why did we lose? Like, I think about the Toronto Maple Leafs, and I think about everything they did. They get Austin Matthews, they have Nylander, they have Mitch Marner. They have a really, really good team. And I think that they had the what I call the spine and everything you need to be a good team. And I think they botched it. And I think by extension they failed Austin Matthews. I think they have failed. It's too easy to just blame the player. I think to just say you don't do this, you don't. He's been the best goal scorer in the NHL for the last 6-7 years. So I don't think anybody would debate that with respect to how he scores. And it's a team that's flawed. It's a team that's flawed, that isn't deep, that isn't strong enough in too many of the other areas that become critical come playoff time. And I think it showed up last year against Florida. They're good enough to win the first round. Then they get there and they're up 2-0 and they're up. But then all of a sudden the weaknesses start to show. And a good team like Florida can expose those weaknesses. And that's what they did. But somehow Austin gets blamed and Austin has to take the brunt of it. And, I asked myself, hey, Mitch Marner became a scapegoat in Toronto. It is absolutely disappointing that you have this terrific, Mitch Marner's a star. And they made him a scapegoat. And you know what they're doing in Toronto now? They're making Austin Matthews a scapegoat. Sometimes I want to say, and I don't say it, it's like, Toronto Maple Leafs fans, I'm not so sure you deserve these superstars. They ran Lanny McDonald out of there. Daryl Sittler got ran out of there. You go back over here, they ran Kadri out of there. They lose Hyman and they lose Mitch Marner because he says, I'm not going to be part of this. Who's going to stick up for me? At some point in time, and I really believe this, somebody better stand up in ownership or in management and say, Austin's our guy. Because nobody said it about Mitch. And you want to keep losing good players? Just keep acting the way they are in Toronto.
But see, I see like Brady and Matthew and all these other guys that he's surrounded by, like in this tournament. It just allows him just to go and play.
Yeah.
And I feel like
he knows
in
he's
Toronto,
got a good team, Andy, around him. He's got good players around him.
Exactly. But why can't Toronto could you imagine if Toronto had other, like, who are those guys? Is it Bobby McCann? Is it the Matthew Knies? Are these the guys that are expected to be the one to drag Matthews into the fight and kind of, lead the way from a leadership standpoint so he can just go and play? I'm with you. And I said this to Cam, and we talked about this ad nauseum throughout the course of the year. I've never felt like they've had a very good team this season from start to finish. I mean, you just look at the roster overall. But I'm becoming a bigger Austin Matthews fan, just kind of watching him play in this tournament and just seeing what he can do. I mean, this guy scored 60 goals twice in the NHL. I mean, not many guys are doing that, right? So I just want to give him a shot.
No, they are. Let me just, but even if I go back a little bit further, let's go back a little bit further, okay? They had Kadri. They had a second line center. I love John Tavares, okay? I think John Tavares has had a magnificent career. You love everything John. They didn't need John Tavares. It's not a knock against John Tavares. They had a second line center in Nazem Kadri. They had that alpha male that you just talked about. And they ran him out of town. They ran him out of town. And, and now they had Zach Hyman. You don't think Zach Hyman's not a guy that's going to drag you into the fight? He's in every fight there is in a different way. So you have these guys, and then you lose them. And it wasn't John Tavares, the player. It was John Tavares at $11 million in a tight salary cap world that hurt them. I will never knock John Tavares, but they didn't need John Tavares at that dollar figure.
Yeah,
If they and they had the things around him. They botched it, Andy. They botched it. And quite frankly, like, I don't see a way out for them.
Yeah. Who's the best power forward in the game today? And the power forward term, sometimes who do you include in that? I mean, you immediately think of Brady Tkachuk and Tom Wilson. I watched Leon Draisaitl. Well, this guy's a monster. He's a power forward, but he doesn't play the same type.
Rantanen's a power forward.
Rantanen's a power forward.
Rocking guys.
I mean, so you've got all these different guys, but Brady versus Tom Wilson, not in terms of who's better, but like, how rare are these type of players? And has it always been rare to see these type of guys? Didn't you used to have a lot more of these guys around? And why do you think it's become so rare to see these type of players having so much success?
It is rare now because the game has changed since 2005. And then we think about what happened in 2005, you know, I guess how they were going to call the game and what was going to be emphasized in the game with respect to interference, obstruction, and everything that went with it. So it took away from that what I call hand-to-hand combat. Yeah, you have to skate. You have to use your legs more than you have to be fighting off checks. And when you have that constant friction along the boards in those battles, there's going to be that spontaneous combustion. There's going to be more of that. Fighting became a byproduct of the friction, which was I think that's why I call it spontaneous combustion. It's going to burst, but I think that changed significantly when the game went to the feet. And now these players all growing up, that's what they learned. I go to junior games. I see American Hockey League games. The physical part of the game just isn't as much. We talk about how they play in tight spaces, but it's not like this pounding. There's just not the same type of pounding that there was in the game. And so it changes how you develop. And so Brady, like Tommy Wilson's born in 94. You got Brady, who's born in 99. He's a little bit later. Tommy still kind of falls into that category of player that understood how the game was played. But Brady's unique because Brady is very different from that age. I mean, 99, I mean, he was 6 in 2005 growing up. But I would imagine having Matthew and his dad around probably pushed him a little bit into that direction. But for the most part, you just don't see that type of player because it's not part of the game like it once was. And I think that would be a reason why it's so rare.
If you go back and look at some of those old tapes on NHL Network of the games in the 90s, you're like, oh my, it's hard to watch. Hooking and clutching the whole time. And then they changed, obviously, after the 04 lockout. What superstar needs this gold medal the most? Is it Matthews? Is it McDavid? Is it Brady?
I wouldn't say Brady. I have to go to the captains, Austin Matthews. Yeah. I mean, there's a big spotlight on him. And, he wants to show. I mean, I think that Bob Gainey said this many, many years ago. If players play with the intent to win and they're ready to sacrifice and do the things that lead to winning, he goes, eventually, in most cases, you intersect with winning. I think Austin does do that. Connor McDavid, having lost in the Stanley Cup final the last 2 years and now being the face of Team Canada, I think they're the two guys and that everybody's looking at as this win. I think they're both looking at it. They don't need justification. They don't need validation. I think they have this burning fire in them to lead their teams to the gold medal. Yeah. So I'm going to say it's Austin and Connor, which again sets it up. USA, Canada, the gold medal game.
Oh man!
and you know who else I'm going to throw in that category is Connor Hellebuck too.
Because
he's answering a lot of questions I mean, for us too, we've seen him play in the playoffs last year. He was not good in St. Louis at all. He's getting chased every game. You know, I thought he was good, not great in the Four Nations, and he just looks like he's settled in. I mean, they bring 3 goalies. You always think like, hey, maybe the third guy is going to get a chance to play, but there's no time to get the third guy in there in reality. You know.
Well, I was kidding. Not kidding. I was thinking like, well, if Darcy Kemper wants to get, maybe John Cooper will play him in the third period against France, right?
Yeah.
You kind of look at a game like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe Jake Ottinger gets in for the third period versus Germany if the game's in hand, right? But at the end of it, you also want your goaltender to get into that rhythm because Connor Hellebuck, like Jordan Binnington, like they get 2 days off and then they play Wednesday. You don't want to be taking them out of their rhythm. You want them to get going. And so I think that becomes a big part of it. But yeah, Connor Hellebuck is somebody that certainly wants to show. I mean, he's a 3-time Vezina Trophy winner. He's a Hart Trophy winner. And yeah, I think, Andy, that's fair to say that about Connor. But that would be the next level. And you know, Matthew wants to win and Brady wants to win and Sidney wants to win again. And, you know, so, you know, it sets it up in such a magnificent fashion. You know, Jack Eichel, you know, who's won a Stanley Cup, McKinnon, who's won a Stanley Cup. How do they get an edge on one another? It really is fascinating. And I think the suspense, the drama, and it's high end. It's high end. And, you know, it's interesting for me. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but, you know, you look at the composition of both these teams and, you know, we hear a lot, like we know, I talked about Celebrini and McDavid and McKinnon, and we know Crosby and how good they are. But this is a wealth of talent, high-end superstar talent on both of these teams for the USA and Canada.
So good.
And we can look at the USA blue line and go, okay, maybe they have a little bit of an edge. We can look at that top line and go, they have a little bit of an edge. We can look at the goaltending and everything. The bottom line is, I don't think we've ever seen this level of superstar representing Canada and the USA in a collision course to a gold medal. There was, USA played in 2002 and they played in 2010 in the gold medal game, and they fell short in overtime in 2010. Mike Eruzione, and we were talking with him the other day on the NHL Network Sirius Radio, and Mike says this is by far the best USA team they've ever seen, and I think it is. And you know, people say, "Wow, there's no way Canada can lose." Oh yeah, there is, because the USA is right there with them.
So I got to ask you this, because you have a management brain too, and you've got all these people who are involved in picking these teams in management, all these NHL general managers, and you know, we see it firsthand because Doug Armstrong obviously is heading up Canada, and they spend so much time. And do they overthink it, though? On the American side specifically, right? You don't bring a Caulfield, you don't bring a Lane Hudson, you don't bring a Jason Robertson. And you're winning these games. They're lopsided games for the most part. I mean, you may need the Trocheks, you may need the JT Millers, I guess, when you play against Canada or maybe against a powerhouse. But do they overthink it by not bringing some of these guys along? Or are you okay with saying, well, leave one of the best scorers in the league home because we need to have somebody in place who can kill an important penalty? I mean, how do you look at that?
I'm a big believer that the good players can kill penalties. I mean, we see that in the NHL. Like, you know, like why just because you're a skilled player you can't kill penalties? And I don't think it's so much about not trying to check boxes and trying to get players that can play certain roles and do it really well, but I think there can be overkill. And I think that, you know, when you have 14 forwards and 8 defensemen, I think that that's the luxury that says we don't need a penalty killer to get us over the top there with our 14 forwards. We need a goal. And I think that's where the overthinking comes. And it's very interesting when you look at Jason Robertson and like, I love Jack Hughes. I think Jack Hughes is a superstar center.
He's playing great.
I don't think he's a good winger though. But I love what Mike Sullivan has done with him. Like he's played him on that line, and he has 2 centers with him. And now he's allowed Jack to move around and be more of a roaming player instead of being stuck on the wing. And I think that's helped Jack. But when you have an opportunity to put a winger there, and Jason Robertson's a hell of a winger, and Cole Caulfield's a hell of a winger, that's my 14th guy. And one of the most confounding things for me, and we haven't talked about it, is how Connor has not been able to find a way to be anywhere near what he's shown as a first-team All-Star left wing in the National Hockey League. And that's confusing to me because we know how good a player he is, but he hasn't found his way there. Much like Jordan Binnington, I think they said, hey, we're going to give you a chance. You're the first-team left winger, and first-team All-Star left winger. Jason Robertson right now looks like it is a guy that would be a much better player for Team USA based on our knowledge now. But again, what I go back to, I want something that's unique when I have the opportunity of having an extra player, and that's goal scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm with you. It's just interesting how and listen, everybody likes their guys, and and they have loyalty, like you said at the top of our interview. I mean, it's like you have loyalty towards certain guys, and maybe that leads to it. So I can't really argue with that either. I just look at it. I thought Keller was going to have a much bigger impact in the game yesterday. I thought maybe the pace of play and how open it is, he's just going to fit right in. But again, he played 9 minutes. It's kind of tough to do if you don't really get into your rhythm early on, or you don't have great chemistry with who you're playing with. But Jack Hughes, he's really stood out for me, and I think he needed that too. I think this, and maybe having his brother here, but this has cemented him as a elite, world-class superstar the way that he's played so far.
Yeah, I give Mike Sullivan, the coaching staff, big credit for freeing him up. Like, okay, you're not going to play him at center, but you're going to free him up, and you have to free up players to do what they do. And Jack is somebody that when he has the puck, he knows how to utilize the width of the rink, the length of the rink, and manipulate opponents and use that space. When you have him just playing on the wall, like he becomes very restricted, and I don't think that helps Jack. So I love what they've done with him to just free him up, and by playing him with two other centers, I think that really, really helps him. Like he doesn't have to take on some of the responsibility if he's not down deep, and he can get up a little bit higher. I think that's good for Jack, and that's coaching. That's a coach putting a player in a position where he can excel using his best attributes.
Who's been surprisingly disappointing so far, as far as teams or players maybe that you just like, well, maybe I thought you had a little bit more.
Yeah, I mentioned Kyle Connor. I just don't understand. Like I watch him play with Winnipeg. You watch him Four Nations. He couldn't find his way. Yeah. He hasn't been able to find his. And we're not talking about bad luck. He's had no dent in the game, even the slightest dent in the game. Not like no shots, no danger, no nothing. He just looks like he looks like a player that doesn't belong.
He needs Scheifele. He needs Scheifele with him. Can we give Scheifele a U.S. green card or whatever?
He might take it the way he's been snubbed by Team Canada, Andy. So, but it's just that's the one that's confounding. The other one for me, and I'm going to go bigger here, Cam, is this is an NHL tournament. Make no mistake about it. It's an NHL tournament at the Olympics. The reason I call it an NHL tournament, it's NHL players. The Swedish team is all NHL players. They have a coach that doesn't understand that. The Finnish team is NHL players. They have a coach that doesn't understand it. The Czechs don't have as many NHL players. They have a coach that doesn't understand it. At times, I feel like they think they're at the World Championships. It's a different tournament. It's like they don't understand, in my view, that what's required, how to use the. Can you imagine you got Philip Forsberg as your 13th forward to start? You're not playing Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Like, are you kidding me? You got Roman Chervenka, 40 years old, playing for the Czechs. And, I mean, Oliver Kapanen, what has he got, 18 goals for the Montreal Canadiens? And, like, he's a scratch. They don't even get, they don't get it. Like, and we're hearing stuff like, oh, the Finnish players were pushing for Paul Maurice to be the coach. I think that's a big thing for if you're an NHL player playing for Sweden, Finland, Czechia, you're starting to go, wait a second here. Like, these coaches aren't capable. And there is nothing to show me they're capable of coaching at this level with the NHL players.
Man,
That's been
God.
a big disappointment, Cam.
Yep.
that's such a great comment.
Yep.
Because I had someone tell me that would be a difference maker in the Four Nations. And we brought that up prior to the Four Nations, that coaching is going to come into play, that Cooper and Sullivan are going to have such an advantage over Sweden and Finland in the Four Nations. And we didn't talk about it as much heading into the Olympics, but the way you broke it down, I mean, it's so true. And it's, you have Jamie Compound, who's an assistant coach actually for the Florida Panthers, who's on the bench with Germany right now. So I guess Paul Maurice, he could be the coach, right, of Team Finland. If they wanted to make him head coach, he's eligible to be their head coach. I don't know why they wouldn't. But I do think these NHL coaches who know the NHL players on the other team understand matchups and who to get out in what situations. There is such an advantage that Sullivan and Cooper, I think, have. And not just them, but their entire coaching staff.
Well, and the NHL players are used to dealing with a certain level of coach. Like, again, I got nothing against the coaches for Sweden or Finland or Czechia. I mean, the Czechia coach won the World Championships a couple of years. Sam Hallam has done really well in the SHL. This isn't the SHL. This isn't the World Championships. These are NHL players that play a certain way, that are treated a certain way, and they don't know. It's not that they don't want to be good. Mm-hmm. They don't know how to be good. And that is, I think, the federations of those countries, when you're dealing with NHL players, this is now they're NHL trained players from Sweden and Finland playing there. Yeah, they grew up in those countries, but they're established NHL players. You better get some massive credibility behind the bench with these guys, because that, I think, is massively lacking. Just the understanding, as you point out, Andy, how to match up, understanding, okay, how to get players out at the right time. John Cooper, at the third and fifth goals in the game versus Switzerland, and Patrick Fisher, who I think is an excellent coach. I love Patrick Fisher, and I think he's done a great job with Switzerland. But they come off of a penalty kill. Who goes out? Oh, Celebrini, McDavid, and McKinnon. Oh, all of a sudden it's 3-1 from 2-1. Oh, it's 4-1. Oh, Celebrini comes out of the penalty box. Who goes out? McDavid and McKinnon. It's 5-1. And so all the players on the bench are sitting there going, okay, he's got us. And players on the other team are going, oh, geez, oh boy, we're in trouble. And as you guys know, the players know. I say this, the players know, and they know first. Don't ever think that they don't know, and don't ever think they don't know first.
Hey, I love how Cooper caught himself, too, when he was saying McDavid. I mean, he's proving that he's one of the best players in the world. He knows that Kucherov would hear those comments, right, and not let him. I mean, that's all I can think about. Like, knowing Coop a little bit, like, he knows if he says McDavid, and we all know McDavid's the best player in the world.
Yes.
But if he says that, he's got a guy back home that wouldn't be too happy. And listen, I know you've made some comments. I don't want to make it political, but from a hockey standpoint, are we missing something by not having Russia there?
Well, okay, so from a hockey standpoint, yes. Okay. From a hockey standpoint, absolutely we are. We're talking about a great hockey nation, great hockey players, there's no question. My point on it, and I talk about Russia as a whole, they've done it to themselves. Like, for the geopolitical, I'll just leave it to the side. Rampant cheating for years. The IOC Athletes Commission doesn't want the Russians in. They've been very outspoken about the cheating summer, winter Olympics. So when I talk about the Russians have done it to themselves. And yes, hockey suffers. No question, hockey suffers at the Olympics without the Russian players being there, because they're so good, and it's such a. But you know, without Russia being at the World Junior Tournament, at the U18 tournament, the level of play is down a notch. There's no question about it from a hockey point of view. So do we want the Russians to be there? Yes, we do. But again, you know, the reality of the situation is real simple. They've done it to themselves. And I'm not the players, and I'm not trying to penalize the players, but the Russian organizing committee, the Russian Olympic Committee, they fostered this environment that's led, and I'm talking from a sporting point of view, this has led to them being, I guess, excised from the Olympic Games, as well as the geopolitical.
What do you think about the officiating as a whole? Because I was kind of wondering going into this, are they going to call the ticky-tack stuff all the time? But I think it's been pretty consistent so far, right?
What you want is consistency, right? And you just nailed it, right? The players just want to know what the line is. The players can go right up to the line and you establish the line. I think one of the great things that and you're going to only see NHL officials in the semifinal and then gold medal games. I mean, there's no doubt about that. But having like NHL linesmen, NHL referees, even when you're with a European, like the Europeans know we're going to defer a little bit there. So you have Big Brother kind of oversee everything, and they know. And I think that, you know, there's going to be, there's missed calls in the NHL. There's going to be a call here that you say, oh, geez, why was that called? Why wasn't that called and everything? But all in all, I think that they've done a really good job. They gathered the officials in Buffalo, I want to say back in September, the officials that were going to be at the Olympics, and they really had them working at with the NHL officials and truly trying to understand, okay, here's what we want to do. Here's the enforcement level. Here's the standard. And I think that those officials have really done a really good job of it. And I think that all in all, to your point, Cam, there hasn't been anything where you go, oh my God, the officiating. I think it's been really strong. Yes.
No, I think when you have NHL officials, I think automatically the standard shifts more towards the NHL standard when you have this many NHL players and NHL referees obviously on the ice with them. So, hey, what'd you think of Matthew Tkachuk chirping Leon Draisaitl? I mean, that's a deep one right there.
Yeah, and we love Leon, man.
I know, poor Leon, man. But that was, and the microphones, of course, pick it right up, clear as day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, isn't that Matthew in a nutshell? Yeah. I mean, that's Matthew, right? Like, so are we gonna? I mean, Matthew, and people say, "Oh yeah, well, would you trade Matthew for Leon Draisaitl?" Blah 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 blah. Like, at the end of the day, Leon Draisaitl is a superstar, and Matthew Tkachuk is a star in his own right. And I think that the Edmonton Oilers would love to have a Matthew Tkachuk, and certainly the Florida Panthers would love to have a Leon Draisaitl. But I don't think either one of those teams is going to make that trade just because of where they stand. But it's Matthew on brand, and again, we laugh, we chuckle. It gives a chance for everybody to do it, right? It's just the way it is. And when you have what's happened over the last two Stanley Cup final series, the intensity and everything that went with it. That's people talk about how divisions. Oh, we need division playoffs. It feels, and I'm a huge believer in this. Playoff rivalries create friction, and why do we have that? Florida and Edmonton. Who would have said, oh, that's a natural rivalry? Nobody would say that. Detroit and Colorado back in the day, would we say that was a natural rivalry? And rivalries are built through the playoffs, not through regular season divisional play. And I really believe that. And when you have that, you get that type of commentary. But it's on brand for Matthew, and you know how Leon is. He just goes about his business and just kind of does his thing. But that's the same reason we love Matthew is the same reason people hate Matthew.
I know. Hey, while we have you, before we let you go, real quick, the trade deadline around the corner, obviously. Yeah. Leon made some comments about the Edmonton coaches too, right? Yeah. I mean, what's the fallout going to be there? I want to start with the Edmonton. Like, you feel like based on what we're seeing right now, like, do you have confidence in them getting back to a third consecutive Stanley Cup final?
I look at the Central Division, and that's Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota. And, I mean, that feels like the gauntlet, right? And you look at the Pacific Division, and that's where Edmonton resides. And, Vegas has had their ups and their downs. And then after that, I don't think there's really – you can put Edmonton ahead of all those other teams. So does Edmonton have a path? Yeah, they have a path. I don't think they're anywhere near as good this year as they were 2 years ago. I thought last year, they found a way to get to the right side on the backs of 97 and 29. I don't think they're deep enough. I think that Leon made his comments, and he talked about the leadership, and then he said it starts at the top. I thought that was the most telling comment. The St. Louis Blues have benefited from those offer sheets on Broberg and Holloway, and the Edmonton Oilers have suffered by losing those two players. but they lost Ryan McLeod in a trade. They didn't re-sign Cody Ceci, who was a really good bottom pair defenseman and a good penalty killer. Warren Fogle, who looked down. Now they lose Corey Perry. This is not a team that I think is strong enough as they have been in the past. Now, could they find a way through the Pacific? Yes, but I don't see them having much of a chance at this point in time against any of those teams, any of those three teams in the Central Division. I think those teams are much stronger, much deeper than the Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who comes out of the Central, because
Yes.
I mean, that's going to be a dogfight for sure. What's the fallout in Toronto if they don't make the playoffs?
Yeah, I think it's, we talked about missing the playoffs. I think that might be the last domino that falls. But to me, they got to look at reality. And the reality is okay, are you a Stanley Cup contender? No. So what does it take to become a Stanley Cup contender? There's lots of things that have to unfold for this team to get back to that level. And I think it comes with a straightforward acknowledgement that they're not anywhere near good enough. I think it has to happen before the end of the regular season. I think at the end of the regular season, if they miss the playoffs, you're just delaying. I think they need some real change. And I'm talking about in their lineup. I think in the construction of their team, I think they need real change. I don't think they're good enough. I don't think they're deep enough. I don't think they're anywhere near being a contender in for a Stanley Cup or even in the Eastern Conference to get anybody fearful.
So if McDavid finishes with 130 points and McKinnon scores 60 goals, but San Jose gets in and Celebrini has 100 points, isn't he the automatic Hart Trophy winner? I mean, as a 19-year-old to get that team into the playoffs, would he get your vote if you have one?
Yeah, well, and this is, and I love full disclosure, I'm a voter, and my belief is I hang on the definition of most valuable player to his team, not best player in the league, most valuable player to his team. If Macklin Celebrini, who will get 100 points,
no doubt,
and the San Jose Sharks get into the playoffs, I would have a very difficult time of not casting Macklin Celebrini number one on my ballot for most valuable player. In fact, I would have no rationale for not doing it.
Yeah.
So there's my answer.
I love it.
Last thing from me, because the Blues who knows, they may pick first overall. They may have a top 3 pick. Who knows how it's going to play out. Gavin McKenna, you got the Stenberg kid, you got the defenseman at North Dakota. Where are you at right now? And if you don't pick first overall, like, are you still getting a franchise player? How many of these guys do you really believe can become franchise type guys?
You want my view on who I right now at this point in time, I don't see a franchise player in this draft.
Okay.
McKenna's a heck of a player. Stenberg, and remember, franchise players you just mentioned, Celebrini, those are franchise players. Okay.
Yes.
Eric Johnson was the first overall pick to the St. Louis Blues. Solid player, really good player, not a franchise player. McKinnon's a franchise player. I don't see now. I'm going to say this. I think there's one guy that might have the potential to be that guy, and forget about deeper down the draft. I mean, Kucherov's a franchise guy. Nobody knew he was going to be a franchise guy. Okay, right. So when it Draisaitl, like franchise guy,
Jonathan Taves went third overall, right?
Yeah. So there's one guy that I think could be that guy, and I think he might have the greatest upside of any player in this draft, and that's Chase Reed. He's a right shot defenseman with the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. And the way I think his potential is untapped. Like he just keeps growing and becoming more impactful. He's had one full, really now maybe 13 months now, where what he has done in the OHL, what he did at the World Junior for Team Shea, and I just see somebody that could just rise up. I'm not going to say that because he's not, because there's no way you can say it, but Chase Reed might be this year's Cale Makar when it comes to the draft. Cale went 4th. Cale was the best player in that draft. And Namiro Heiskanen went 3rd, who was a hell of a player. I think Chase Reed could end up being the best player in this draft. And that's not a knock against Stenberg or McKenna or Veerhoff or anybody else. I just see somebody that's got that type of game-breaking ability.
Interesting. And I'm thinking,
and I think the Blues can use some defensemen.
They need a couple things.
Okay.
They need, but you know what? They've got some prospects coming.
Yeah,
in
they
the-
do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
I like that Eurosec. I know you pay close attention to the World Juniors, working the World Juniors and whatnot.
Oh,
so,
he's good.
Yeah.
Adam's a winner too. Adam's one of those dyed-in-the-wool competitors. Like, he's in it to win it. He's not there to fiddle around with the dials. I mean, he's a really good player. I think Jimmy Snuggerud has had a kind of a star-crossed year. I love Jimmy. I think he's a heck of a player. And, you know, like, there's some, as you guys know better than anybody, you know, some of the uncertainty around Kyrou and Thomas. Doug Armstrong's really measured. He's really smart. He's not going to do anything rash based on recent history. He's going to look at it and say what's best for our team, and he'll, much like he did with Binnington with the Olympic team. He knows what players are capable of. He's not going to just cast them aside just because they've had a bad stretch, and I think that's important to know. But I think, Dalibor Dvorsky's played really well, like in his time, and again, he goes on the international stage. He's played really well. I think Otto Stenberg's going to be a really good player. But, you know, there are some really good prospects in the system and currently on the roster for the St. Louis Blues. So I think they're very different than Toronto. I don't think they're a team that is like got to do this complete reset. I think they got to figure out, okay, what are the maneuvers that you have to do to get the team back on solid footing and then move from that point.
Yeah. And when you were talking about Marner, it had me thinking about Kyrou. I mean, to a much lesser degree, because Kyrou's never put up 90 or 100 points, but he's a 30-goal guy every year.
Yeah.
He's kind of the scapegoat here, too.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So it's like, once you lose those guys,
it's hard to replace them.
You're trying to replace them, and sometimes it's best just to build around them, right? And just try to add good players. But, I'm not putting Kyrou in the Marner category, but you know what I'm saying?
I know. Well, I'll tell you a funny story, and it's one of the things when you talk about it. I was with Minnesota, and we had Larry Murphy. We had traded for Larry Murphy and Mike Gartner from Washington for Bob Rouse and Dino Ciccarelli. Anyway, Larry Murphy was a hell of a player. And we traded him. Bob Clark was the manager, and we traded him in November. And it was about a month later, we're on a conference call, and we're looking for a defenseman who, is a little bit heavy, can move the puck, can play on the power play. And we're going through names and everything. Finally, Dennis Patterson, who was our chief scout, he goes, we traded a pretty good one there a month ago. He might be a pretty good fit. And I remember Bob Clark goes, okay, we'll talk about this later. And the phone hung up.
Yep.
Sometimes you don't realize what you have until you don't have it anymore.
There it is.
Hey, listen, you brought up Chase Reed real quick, because one guy that continues to, people keep talking about, is that Caleb Malhotra, who's a center, Manny's son. Like, could he find his way in the top three? Like, is he? And I want to get your opinion on Ivar Stenberg too before we let you go.
Well, okay, so I think Caleb's a second-line center, the projection. Okay. I don't think he's a top-line center. I think he's a second-line center, really smart, really good two-way center. Mm-hmm. And, those are valuable players. Don't get me wrong. I'm not knocking the value there.
No problem.
Ty Lawrence, who went over to Boston University, another really good. I see him as a second-line center. So there's no question that Caleb is a good player. I really believe that you got to recognize what a player, like where he fits and what he is. We talk about, he's the third overall pick. Maybe he's just a good second line center. Like Jordan Staal was the second overall pick, in that draft. Taves went third. Jordan Staal won a Stanley Cup. Still a good, solid player for Carolina. Was a really important player as a third line center on a Stanley Cup winning team for the Pittsburgh Penguins. I don't think anybody's knocking it. You have Crosby, you have Malkin, and you have Jordan Staal. So I think recognizing what a player is and then celebrating that player. Too much of the time, I see this all the time. You overproject a player, and then because you overprojected him, you think he hasn't realized his potential. Mm-hmm. It's a huge mistake by management, by teams across the league and everything. Ivar Stenberg is a real dynamic scoring winger. He's crafty. It's interesting. I compare McKenna to a little bit in style. I'm talking style here to Patrick Kane. They delay, they hold the puck, they sit in areas, and the puck always finds your way to their stick. I think Stenberg's a lot in style, Ivar, like Kucherov. they kind of have it and then they shoot it and they kind of explode into an area and you go, where did that come from? Their deception is really good. So that's how I see Stenberg and McKenna kind of as comparable type players. They could turn out to be anywhere near Patrick Kane or Kucherov.
Ooh, you take
I think whoever drafts them is going to be pretty happy. I did not know this stat. I just found out this stat the other day, and it's interesting because Gavin McKenna has been maligned a lot and everything. Do you know who is number one in the NCAA amongst all players with puck possession?
Oh, is it Gavin McKenna?
Gavin McKenna, and it's not close.
Wow.
Which tells you, like that Patrick Kane, the puck's on his stick lots.
Yeah.
Get him with more skill. Gavin McKenna will be just fine. So Stenberg. This is. There's no generational player. There's no franchise player in my view in this draft. Like I said, I just told you about Chase Reed, but there's really good players, and you'd love to have a Celebrini. You'd love to have those types of players. Bottom line is this draft is a little bit different. Goal is to find good players that can fit into your team.
Yeah,
I'm right.
That Albert Smith looks pretty good too.
Yeah, another good player.
For Latvia right now. But it's interesting because you mentioned Lawrence left the USHL. He's putting up a ton of points. Now he goes to BU, not producing nearly as high. McKenna not producing nearly.
Yeah.
If McKenna's still in the Western League, you just wonder, like, would the hype reach Bedard level? If he had 100 points right now, it's like college hockey is a different animal. I think people realize that now versus some of these major junior leagues, just based on the age of the players.
And well, Andy, you're so right. And the other thing about it too is like, if you're just going to look at the points, well, then don't go to the game. Just look at the point production and look at the scoring stats. What makes good players like when they're young, and what are you trying to project? And you're trying to project, okay, do they think? Can they make plays? Are they doing that same thing? Like the reason I bring up Gavin is I watch the games. I see him at Penn State, and the bottom line is there's not a lot of skill at Penn State. And when the puck leaves Gavin McKenna's stick, it goes to a black hole. The chances of it coming back are very remote. So maybe that speaks to why he has the puck so much. He's trying to make sometimes the perfect play and everything. But again, we can look at it, and there's lots of players that are playing junior hockey. And Cam, you played against guys that you said, geez, that was a good junior player. It didn't translate to the NHL.
Yeah.
And why doesn't it translate? It translates because they don't have they can put up points, but other things they're not capable of doing. And just because you're not putting up points doesn't mean you're not capable of doing some things. And I think that's the case. Going to college hockey, it's a very different style of game, and the bigger, stronger, like players make it a lot harder, and that's just the reality of it.
Listen,
you're the man.
Thank you so much, Craig.
Yeah,
I know you're busy. I'm glad we did this today because we'll put this out tomorrow too. So it's timely. Keep up all the great work, man. We love watching all your coverage.
We watch everything.
Thanks,
everything. So we'll be in touch,
you guys
man.
do a great job too. Thanks for having me on. Like really, I was excited about being part of it.
Appreciate it, man.
We appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of the Olympics.
Exactly.
You guys
Let's go.
Who's going to win?
Who's going to win? What's going to happen?
Medal?
I picked the USA and I'll tell you why. Okay. It's not, hey, listen, Canada is a hell of a team, but I think there's two things here for the USA that lead me to believe that they're not in awe of Canada any longer. No. They're not sitting there going, "Oh, Canada's the big dog," right? They're not, and I think that's a reality, right? And so that's one thing. The other thing is they think they're better, and mindset becomes a big part of this. Now I know you can't talk the talk, you got to walk the walk, and if Mike Eruzione talks about this being the best team the USA has ever put on the ice at the Olympics. And we see the superstar ability out there. And people say, is it the USA's time? Well, it's up to Team USA to show it. But they believe they're better, and they're going into it like with the mindset that, hey, you're going to have to beat us. And I think those things are really important. Now, we know what Canada has done. We know that the players on Canada. So, but I picked the USA to win the gold medal based on that.
All right.
Let's go.
Sweden scares me, though.
Yeah, I know.
Play Sweden now.
No one's talking about Sweden.
It's like,
I'm with you, Cam. Sweden, like seriously, like come on.
All right, I like that.
I love it. I love it.
All right,
this
Craig,
should be fun.
All the best, man.
Hey, see you, bud.
Yeah,
Talk soon.
Yeah, take care.
All right,
right on.
All right, that was Craig Button. Very experienced, Cam. We didn't really get into his backstory, his history. 'cause
No,
we
yeah, I
didn't have a
know.
lot of time.
We
There's so
had
much other stuff going on.
Too much stuff going on.
But, you know,
We'll get
he
him on
was the
again.
GM of the Calgary Flames and
Yep.
worked with the Dallas Stars under Bob Gainey with Doug Armstrong. A
Yep.
lot of great people,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah. And his family's
Part
been
of a
in hockey.
Stanley Cup champion. His brother's still working
His dad was in the mix.
in the NHL. His dad was in the mix.
Yes.
He's grown
He's a
up
hockey
in it.
guy, dude. And he knows his shit.
Yes, he does.
And he probably got up because he's been talking hockey for the past, God, especially lately. And his hair was all over the place. He's got damn good hair.
Very good dresser.
I'm glad that he was in casual mode there.
Yeah.
Because when I see him
You ever see him when he's wearing
he
and
looks,
stuff?
I like his outfits.
Oh, yeah. Great. Like, listen,
He's got a great look. Expensive ass suits, probably.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, he knows his stuff, man. You ask him about anybody, you ask him about these soon-to-be draft picks, he'll break all of
Without
them
even
down. Just
hesitating.
boom. What about the he
Well,
has an
who you want to
opinion.
talk about now?
He has an opinion on everything, and I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
It's hard to be that
he
way.
brought up the defenseman Chase Reed. I thought he was going to talk about the center, actually, Malhotra. But Chase Reed, he's climbing the charts of a lot of people too. Like, it'll be interesting. We're gonna
know.
be all over the
We don't
prospects
know.
just because it's locally here. It's more pertinent maybe
there's
than
some
it
big
has been
names,
in
too.
years past. At the top of the draft,
Yeah, and the Blues are going to be in the mix, especially here in St. Louis. And there's connections. Obviously, Gavin McKenna is talked about, and especially what happened. So he's a big name. Like
but Ivar
who-
Stenberg.
Stenberg, whose brother's playing here. Like, I don't know where the Blues are going to sit by the end of the year. There's still 25 games left. There's a lot more games than you think are left. So things could happen and switch the way this is all going to look in the end.
Yeah.
But if the Blues do get a high pick, I think the fan base here in St. Louis is going to be really excited about this next monster that's coming up.
Who's your favorite non-North American Olympic team?
What?
Your favorite non-North American Olympic team, men or women? Or men and women?
Hockey?
Yeah. Hockey.
Non-North American hockey team?
Mhm.
As far as everything,
I mean, is this a trick question?
None? How's that? I don't care.
Slovakia.
Sure. Listen,
Switzerland.
if Canada and US aren't in this damn tournament, I don't give
You'll stop watching.
I will not watch. I will not be as
You'll watch
engaged.
the
And who
gold
are you
medal
kidding? And who are a lot of you kidding too? I watch. Yeah. You're watching Canada and watching US.
Do you know that
it's even when they were going against teams like France, just seeing the players that are out there, I'm like, God.
Do you know when it's a 2:00 start?
I love
You know
it.
what time it starts local time
Yeah,
out there?
9?
Like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
They,
It's not easy
they've
to do
gotten
that.
the shit draw from that
It's
standpoint.
not easy to do that.
USA.
Yeah, because
They're
they're all late.
all day
Yeah, so
long.
is Canada. No, they weren't the other day.
Canada's like 9:30 a.m. So
Yeah.
that's like 5 hours earlier.
Listen,
so
they're all goofy. Even if you're early, and going late. Like you go late, you go early. You're all fucked up. You've already been
Yeah.
over there.
do you know the gold medal game's on at like 7 a.m. Central?
That sucks.
I know.
I don't
On
like
a
that.
Sunday.
I don't mind that. On a Sunday,
Yes.
I'll be the fuck up. Baby.
What are you gonna be doing during the
Drinking
game?
Bloody Marys? Get my mind right. On a Sunday, let's go.
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday, let's go. Yeah.
So we'll have a
I'll
breakdown
have
of the gold medal game.
bacon
on
cooking.
next episode.
I'll have all the dogs will have to get their stuff done, get them taken care of so they're sleeping again. I'll have coffee going for Kate, but I'll be drinking Bloody Marys with bacon cooking, a spread of goddamn good food, and I'll be watching that game.
bacon, the most unhealthy.
There's a lot of things I eat that are
meat.
unhealthy, Andy.
What's
Tell me more about eating meat, Andy.
deer jerky's pretty good actually.
Fucking right it is.
Not as good as first form jerky.
I don't
but-
like rabbit, but I'll eat it.
Okay.
Duck.
Frog
yeah.
legs. You ever had that?
Fuck, I used to go gigging back out yonder. What do
No,
think I
you
used-
wouldn't.
I have a fucking, we had ponds and I have a creek
And
in my
you
backyard.
cook them?
Yes.
No.
And we'd call them crawdaddies. We'd pick up crawdaddies and fucking cook those too.
How would you cook the frog, dude? You got to clean them out and stuff.
Yeah, you got them. You got the fucking
Nah,
thing.
you ain't
And you
doing
cut
that.
it's so easy.
You admitted to
They're-
lying earlier.
These bullfrogs
Mhm.
are gigantic. And you take you're on a little paddle boat and you take a huge flashlight and you see them on the side of the bank and you have a gig, like a long thing that you make a little gig out of so I could stab them like this and you blind them, bam, stick them.
Ah.
Yes. And they go, "Gah, gah." Then you gut them and their fucking legs have meat like this. It's like a chicken wing. You just skin it out and you could bread them and then fry them or whatever you want to do. Get on with yourself, Andy. I lived out in the middle of the fucking woods. Don't play with me on this.
I don't
Don't
believe this.
play
After you
with me.
admitted to-
Sandy Creek boys, baby. Look out there. Black Madonna Shrine. What's up? God damn.
After hearing
Andy fucking grew up in Creve Coeur. You don't know shit.
Robinwood West, baby, let's go.
Sandy Creek boys. Shit kicking.
Huntington, let's go.
Shit.
Seven Pines, baby.
That's how I became tough, man.
They used to have the Seven.
Tough,
They used
baby.
to have the Seven Pines posse.
And he was in a boy band. Remember that?
Eighth Wonder.
The Eighth Wonder. Jesus, mother of God.
We were damn good too.
fucking shit kicking. Girls were all over him.
They were. Eighth Wonder. Performing.
Don't make me be me.
Well, the other kids in
Don't-
the band were in the.
Don't make me.
Other
be
kids
me.
in the boy band
Don't
were
make me be me.
lived in the
I can't.
lived in the orphanage.
Yeah. Okay.
So
you helped
are
out
you
orphans.
are you being critical
These
of
guys
the
are
of the
big- they're
orphans?
Fucking that Eighth Wonder. Fuck. You ran the show in high school.
Oh, I did.
Oh my God. Yeah. The Eighth Wonder. Go.
This is junior high.
Don't come on.
This
I
is
can't.
This is
guys,
middle school.
People know. It's okay.
This is middle school. Eighth Wonder.
Shit kicker.
Don't make me show you some dance moves, dude.
Ah.
And I can say
You were
it,
an
too.
athlete.
Yeah.
You were a singer. You're.
Firstform.com brings us the Cam and Strick podcast presented by Stiefel.
Let's go.
These beautiful energy drinks. I got a Stiefel U.S. ski team coffee mug right here, Cam, which Cam will try to take, just like he did the Canadian hockey jersey that he hasn't brought back to the
I don't even
studio
want
yet.
it.
But he's all
I'll
USA.
take one
but
of
he,
those.
But he wants the.
No, I don't know why I even have it.
We need it in the studio.
Get going.
You can have it back, but we just need it.
I don't want it.
Okay. All right, firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Use our link and use it today. Order for yourself. Get healthy. Feel good about yourself. You don't have to be in great shape to start using it. It's a lifestyle. Take advantage of the offer that we present to you. Use our link, Cam and Strick Podcast. Cam and Strick. Firstform.com/Cam and Strick.
Let's go.
Firstform.com/Cam and Strick. Sparks Hockey, baby. Use the promo code Cam and Strick. It's going to save you more money than Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
You know.
Don't let Seth ruin your
They know.
season.
They know. They know. They
Do
know
not
what to do.
do not allow that to happen. Blue Note Roofing. David Novak, 314-920-5713, baby.
Working hard lately, probably because it's gonna be nice.
He's
out.
always working hard.
Yeah, but it was shitty out for a bit there.
Blue Note Roofing, 314-920-5713. Call him today.
Yeah,
Roofing,
It's our
siding,
boy.
gutters, soffit fascia.
that's our
Beautiful
boy.
new office, too.
Damn right.
Blue Note Roofing, 314-920-5713. All right, we thank Craig Button. Enjoy the rest of the Olympic Games. We'll
Yeah.
break them down for you again next week.
Yes.
As we will recap the gold medal game. It should be a good one. We don't know who's going to play in it yet. This is
Right.
playoff week.
Things could happen.
This is playoff
Weird
week.
things can happen.
Yeah, so great stuff.
We love
ahead.
all you guys, though.
And thanks for supporting. Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah, check it out on
And
YouTube.
again, we're looking for people to help us out with the social media. If you want to get involved,
Yeah.
the Great Hockey Podcast, have some fun, and be a part of our team, and are truly invested in running our social media, reach out to us.
See you, dudes.
Peace.
Yerk! Let's go! Cam's a shit kicker, 2 bombs in the lead. Soul dragging cougars, no time for fatigue. And he's a shit talker, stirring up the show. Never played a shift, but he's ready to go. My check for check, here comes show.